I mean,
we're
like
live.
that was one of the most brutal experiences I've ever watched.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even a fan of either team.
Yeah, I was sad and wet.
Are we?
Yeah. I hope you left at halftime.
I did leave at halftime.
Okay. I was saying to my dad,
You
I
say
was like,
sad and wet?
I hope Cal
Yeah.
left at halftime
It was
because
pouring
that
rain.
wasn't worth it.
It wasn't.
I think we're live.
All right, we live?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's
All right.
He's questioning them.
We're live. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's. This is episode 75, Kuaidul-ing in the Darkness.
Nice.
I forgot. I had to reset myself there.
I
Great.
hate it here.
Kuaidul-ing in the Darkness. Great pun by the one and only Caliber there.
Oh,
we do have
workshopped it a little bit. I
We
wanna say
we
that.
did.
Yeah.
We worked it a little bit. We have a smaller team than usual. We are missing Dredger, and we are missing the man behind the camera, DJ. DJ was not feeling well. Dredger was busy. So hopefully they'll be back soon. And we wish we send our well wishes to DJ. Hopefully he's doing all right. Well, no, he did say he was getting sick. But we got a great team for you guys tonight to break down what was an absolutely asinine in the best possible way episode 75 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, which saw the duel between Otis and Phaser. Phaser is going to be passing the baton along to Yugioh. Kuaidul formally gets debuted in this episode and introduced, and we learn about him and his powers and what he's trying to do. We learn Otis and the Creator are one in the same, where one in the same, they're anything but ordinary.
We're
so
starting already.
we've got a lot to break down,
just-
and I got the best people to do it. Cal, Nick T, Pete, how you guys doing?
Fantastic, man.
Doing pretty well. How are
Good.
you? Man?
I'm great.
I love your art to destroy. You're just gonna go for it. Destroy your voice as much as you can.
I mean, it doesn't matter
It
at this
doesn't
point.
no, it matters. It matters.
I know if the pollen gets so big.
It's inoperable.
Pete, how you doing, man?
I got one thing to say to you.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Quit it. Come on. Yeah, listen, it's going to be nuts, chat. It's going to be nuts. We got a lot of theories to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We are assuming the arc is ending after episode 77. I do want to quickly state that this is my third to last episode for a while. If you missed my video yesterday, I am having throat surgery to remove a polyp on one of my vocal cords. It is a very safe surgery, but it will take me out of action for probably the entire month of October, maybe even into November. So I probably will miss at least the first 4 episodes of arc number 7. I'm hoping that, the arc does end at 77. It seems like it's going to, because 78 has kind of a joke title, and that's usually pretty standard for Studio Bridge Yu-Gi-Oh! Arcs to start off with a more joke, comedic episode. So I should be good through the end of the arc, and then you won't see me for a little bit. Saw a lot of the comments on yesterday's video. Thank you for all the outpouring of love and support. Means the world to me. But it felt like justice, not justice, but an amazing gesture by this wonderful studio on my birthday, September 9th. The episode was airing. There was beautiful energy all around us.
Alcohol in the air.
Alcohol in the air. A little vape smoke in the air, I'm sure, for some people. The hookah. And
Do they have hookah there, Cal?
There was hookah.
I didn't smoke
Yeah,
no
there
hookah.
was actually.
and
Why are you looking at me?
I figured you'd give me a reasonable.
someone
No,
asked.
Cal had an edible.
Now, I've never smoked,
No, I
obviously. Someone asked, hey, do you want to have a hit of hookah? I think that would finish me off.
Yeah, but
that would not be good.
You would not survive.
But there was grape stuff in the air, and on my birthday, this studio and this show finally confirms something that I've been saying since we suspected that Yugioh was in this show all the way back in arc number 2.
Yep.
If Yugioh is here, and if Yugioh got here due to the hyperspace, Otis has to be here as well. I feel like I was one of the earliest people on the Otis in Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush bandwagon. I was defending it for a very long time. I got clowned on for a very long time. Now, Pete, you were a pretty big clown, but you came around on it.
I came around, I clowned, but I also think I was in extreme denial
Yeah,
because
that's
I
fair.
despise Otis.
And I respect
And I
that.
literally wrote on the board over there, I wanted you to make a short that said, why we knew that Otis burnt up in hyperspace.
Yes, yeah.
'Cause that's what I wanted to happen.
No,
didn't
that's
want that
fair.
to
That's
happen.
fair. Now you walked that back when we got to the
Yeah,
creator,
you
same
you
voice
have
actor.
to.
Well, you have to, but there were some people, even as recently
were,
as like
they
a
were.
month or two ago,
No.
say I don't think Otis is here.
They were lost in the
I mean,
sauce,
that-
man. They didn't know what's
I'm
going on.
I am just happy that we finally have confirmation. And how weird of a thought is it that the main villain of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's is the reason that the protagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! 8 is even alive? Like, that's a really
Yeah.
big concept that I've been kind of
wanna know how.
I've been trying to tackle it. You know, like I'm a high school wrestler getting ready for that grapple. I've been trying to tackle that concept because it's a very weird concept.
It is.
Right? I mean, the main villain of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's had to do everything that he had to do to be sent back into the past due to the hyperspace, we assume, and then gave birth to Yugioh, gave birth to Udius. I mean, it really is like, it's a wild concept, and we don't know if he's going to be the main villain of Go Rush. I still think he will be, but we don't know because honestly, and this is something that I'll talk to you guys a little bit about later, one of my concerns that comes out of this episode is all of the evil build-up stuff that we thought was giving brownie points to the creator and how threatening of a character Otis, we can just call him Otis now, is in this show,
Finally.
all got switched to Kuaidul. So for the moment, that makes me a little concerned. We'll talk about that. But of course, we do have to give our general thoughts as well. But I had to start with Otis on my birthday, confirmed. Thank you, Studio Bridge. That gesture does not go unnoticed, and I appreciate it. I'm getting emotional thinking
We
about
love
it.
you back.
We love you back. Thank you to everybody who super chatted and donated in last week's episode. A huge thank you to Ichika Nozomi, Punch Kirby, Gravity Hero, Pick Rick, Tyler DeBoer, Ice Aiden, Thatman666, Colin Cleaves, Goosey Q, Pink Penguin, Rovian Space Poem Fan 420, Crystal Colden, Casey, Limestone, Brian Ford, Lorena, Silver Napper, and Crystal Colden. A special thank you to Angie and Natalie Into the Vrains, who both donated very large amounts last week. Thank you so much, both, and thank you to everyone who super chatted or donated. It helps me out. It helps out this channel out so much. Two ways to do it: the super chat function on YouTube or the link in the description if you want to. It's not expected, but to anyone that has in the past or did last week or has already today, thank you so much. We got a lot to get to, man. I mean,
we sure
Otis, Kuaidul, the phaser and Udius dual phaser switching out for Yugioh.
Yeah.
Epoch is running with her tiny legs
that
as fast
box,
as
that
fast as she
stupid
can.
box.
Yeah, as
Super
fast as
box.
she can.
Unkempt
And
hair.
people in the watch along were like, what's she gonna do? I'm like, I don't know what she's gonna do. I mean, she's Epoch, but why did they bring her into this show in this arc? Does she have a
Yep.
bigger purpose to
She
serve?
must.
I mean, we know based on the 77 summary that's come out, we know who is going to be finishing this duel against Udius. It's not we don't think it's going to be Yugioh. So I don't know if you guys have even seen those long summaries yet for the rest of
I
the
don't
month.
think so.
So
I watched your video.
okay, so then you have.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna bring those summaries up. I mean, we got so freaking much to get to, man. So I just want to start, generally speaking, Pete. I'm gonna actually start with you and
Oh,
work
shit.
the way
All right.
down.
Can I jump in before?
Yes.
Actually, I
Sorry.
want to start. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not starting with my talk.
I know.
But we have a $50 donation from Sean Gilbride.
Sean, thank you so much, man.
And
Thank you, Sean.
yeah. And Sean said, "Take care of your voice, Dill. # Team Dylan."
Hey, Sean,
I
you know
like
what?
that, Team Dylan.
That's the first #Team Dylan I've seen in 3
That's
years.
the first support.
Hey,
3
Sean,
years. I've never seen it.
Sean, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate the kind words, and we're gonna come back from this. We're gonna be fine, and I'm gonna be gone for a little bit, but ultimately it is the right decision at this point. My ENT doctor, my speech pathologist are both very, very kind, very empathetic. They know that I do this. They know how important this is to me, and I'm in very good hands with them. So I'm very excited. It'll suck missing time, especially if those 4 episodes I miss are crazy, which
Putting
they
you
could
on the
be.
IR, those episodes.
I mean, we are. I mean, Otis could formally show himself in those episodes, and I'll just have to be watching
Okay,
from the
you're not
sidelines.
getting a
I'll just
lobotomy.
be-
Like Jesus.
No,
Lord.
but I won't be able to give my opinion. That's what I love doing it.
well-
And people, I got to tell you, most people love my opinion, man. I mean, really. And I got to tell you, All right, never mind.
I think you should say it all now.
Yeah,
before
get
you-
it out.
you
All
can't
right,
defend
I'm
yourself
gonna
later.
play the greatest hits, and we got to start with Yugioh and Pac-Man. I'm kidding.
The season, the arc finale. You're just gonna have to
I'm
get
kidding.
it all out.
I got to play the greatest hits. No, I'm kidding. I'm
That's
kidding.
funny.
I do have to say, I feel like the last time I heard a hashtag Team Dylan was probably that Donkey Kong 64.
Oh,
Donkey Kong
that's a
64.
That's a good one.
Right, I got dumped an
funny.
hour before the
And
stream.
everyone's like, you can do
They
this.
rallied around me.
Team Dylan.
They rallied around me. Well, I'll tell you what this feels like, because I went to DC for my birthday. I'm going.
Feels oddly
No,
similar.
I'm going to Disney in I'm going to Disney in a week, and then I'm going to the Jets Chiefs game right before that surgery
still
Sunday
gonna
night.
go to the
Yeah, we
Chiefs
bought the
game?
tickets. My cousin's flying in from Arizona.
Did
He's
you
gonna-
at least
sew your
get
mouth
cheaper
shut.
ones?
No, we paid for them with. Yeah, we got screwed. Although I checked, prices are still pretty high. But anyway, I'm going on all these things. Right, I'm doing all these things. I feel
it's like you're about to die.
No,
That's
I
what you
feel like the girl in the premature death arc in Jujutsu Kaisen that
Yep.
just finished airing, where she knows she's gonna get sacrificed and she's doing all these
The
things.
star vessel,
You guys
baby.
are Gojo and Geto, trying to keep me alive till the
I am
surgery,
absolutely
dancing
Geto,
around.
finally.
The shot they're showing Dela Cruz walking around New York City, ready to kill
There
me
it
like
is again.
Megumi's father. I mean, it's crazy. That's literally how.
That was the most perfect and deep cut analogy you've ever given on this
I mean,
podcast.
it's crazy.
Oh my god. Dude,
I'm fucking dead.
I mean, that's
we need somebody to animate that.
that's how it
Whole
feels.
scene.
That's
oh
how.
my!
That,
Actually, that's a great idea, Cal. That is a great freaking idea.
I mean, that's how it feels. These this last month, you
That's
know.
not gonna end well for you then. Well, no, that's all I'll say.
Oh my.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Oh God, Dredge! I wish you were there for that one.
Oh man, I mean it's just crazy. But anyway, thank you, Sean. Thank you for the really generous super chat. You're amazing, man.
What a
Good luck
great
with the
guy.
training for the Special Olympics that you've been
that's
doing.
right, yeah.
I don't think it happened yet. I think he's still training.
Yeah, I think he's still
Um,
training.
but
I've been
Best of luck, man. I mean, you're
stories
freaking
and
awesome.
such,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Killing it,
freaking
man,
awesome.
yeah.
He really is. Pete, you want to give your general thoughts here, my man, on episode 75?
Yeah, I guess this is weird. I'm starting off first, but yeah, this is an excellent episode. This is maybe my favorite Go Rush episode so far.
Oh,
I'm trying not to live in the moment and have recency bias, but I actually ended up watching this episode a total of 3 times.
Damn.
Right? Because I watched.
Yeah.
I watched today to just get everything. I watched on your reaction, and then I actually watched with the sub translator of Entame Subs of Aura live when it was debuting, and
True.
she was kind of live translating the parts that she could hear over the music when we were watching. So
That's cool.
that was a really cool experience.
That's cool.
Actually.
So I feel like I'm pretty familiar with what happened in this, and I just thought it was an all-around, top to bottom, excellent episode. Showcases for me
Thank you
all the,
for
I guess,
the
aforementioned
dono.
greatest hits of Studio Bridge. I feel like this is where they really hit their stride and know how to cultivate and also just tie in storylines. And to have the narrator of episode 1
Yeah.
come back, crazy. So
Yeah.
generally, that's all I will say there. I just thought it was a top to bottom amazing, amazing episode. The music, top tier in this episode, and I can't wait to see what happens.
To me, these are parallelly unhinged takes about early 7s and early Go Rush. The girl on the phone is going to be important. The narrator is going to be important.
I mean, yeah, who would have
Right? I mean, one ended up
And
happening.
one of those was true.
One ended up happening, but if I said that would have, how quickly would that have been? Oh,
Yeah.
that's the new girl on the phone theory. I mean, it's crazy. Something that happened so early on in this show that you don't think anything of. You're like, oh, it's a cool character intro. And we've seen it before in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D is, riding duel. And they talk about the riding duel before the episodes air.
Right.
We saw it with Arc 5 as well.
Zexal does that, too.
Yeah, Zexal does it as well. So we as Yu-Gi-Oh fans have seen those intro narrations before, and we've never at any point thought, oh, that character,
guy's a villain.
yeah, that character is going to be important. It's just as unhinged as the girl on the phone being relevant
It's up there.
from episode
Yeah,
2.
it's up there.
I mean, it really is, and yet this one they pull the trigger on, which is so freaking cool. Nick T, generally speaking, man.
Generally speaking, I absolutely love the episode. I feel like at every turn I was just like, what?
Yeah, yeah, they dropped a lot.
They truly dropped a lot. I mean, even as when the new relic ship, whatever, just like swooped in. I'm like, oh, there's more.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I just like at every turn, I'm like stunned about like what's happening. Still confused, but also happy with what was shared. It's like the fact that Ron just like knew that the creator is Otis. Like I'm still unsure how we got that information. Did they discuss that? She was just the one that kind of just dropped the knowledge that yes, the creator Otis.
Yeah,
I'm so confused on it. Maybe you guys can explain it to me or whatever. Either way, I was just like, oh shit, they're just pulling the trigger on this right now. Like we're not even teasing it anymore. Here it is.
Yep.
Like they just ripped the Band-Aid off finally, and like it was so gratifying.
It was.
Yeah, I just really like the episode. And then the switch, of course, the where we're joking, like the Yugioh phaser duel is like like we don't care, but like
no, I ate my words on it, man. I ate my words on it.
What if we just switched it to Yugioh instead?
Yugioh versus phaser again.
Yeah.
I mean, but it ended up being great.
It's the classic, one of my favorite memes, the bus meme, where on the half side the guy's sitting, it's all darkness, and the half it's all light.
Yeah.
And everyone uses that. And for me, that is Phaser and Yugioh on the dark side, and now you put Phaser and Zuijo on the light side. I'm like, I'm instantly more in. This is a dream matchup.
Yeah. I love that meme, by the way. The boss of the
it has so many
got
uses.
the dark, like
so
just
many
staring
uses.
at a wall. But yeah, no, just like at every turn, I just really enjoyed it. And then to really top it all off, the sort of overarching tone that we're like rallying behind Yugioh, who like I feel like as this like arc has gone on, we've really been generating steam and like, oh, Yugioh's really like coming into his own. He's becoming like this, sort of passionate, like smart, like grown-up kid. Like he's really like pushing forward. Him and Yuumu seem to have a deep like that sort of telepathy that they've had early on, but kind of lost. Like he's really generating steam until now. They're like, he's Plan C. Here we go. Like, and we're rallying behind him, and that really is putting me at a high point in this arc right now.
Yeah, for Yugioh, for the arc in general.
Exactly.
Yeah, Yugioh was fantastic this episode. I mean, he really was. Cal, your thoughts on 75?
I loved the episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was really well done. As everybody said, there's twists and turns throughout the entire episode you don't really expect. Obviously, the Kuaidul introduction is really cool. I think, obviously, Otis being name dropped is, maybe for us an even bigger deal than the show because of how much you've been running that. Like, it's Otis. It has to be
for like 55 episodes.
Oh
now.
yeah, 100%.
I've been on that, and I've not backed off from
like
that.
you get to pop the bottle of champagne for that one.
Yeah, I should have brought some.
Yeah,
some
that one
is.
you can celebrate that victory there.
Thank you.
But no, I thought it was a really good kind of introduction to the duel. Like Phaser, like somewhat got redeemed with like his level of importance.
Yeah.
Because the creators of the tournament all kind of knew that there was something going on and had to do these plans literally under the table to make sure that people didn't see it. They kept it under wraps. And the whole them knowing it's Otis thing, I feel like it was like Yugioh. I think Yugioh kind of like figured it out, but they never really showed like how he got to the conclusion. I feel like I feel like he got to the conclusion that of what Kuaidul was doing with the what it's Cardios, is that how it's pronounced, the project?
Cardios, yeah.
The Cardios project. Like they show that whole explanation of how he gets from point A to point B. But I feel like the Otis thing is almost like a Yugioh might have mentioned him to Yugioh, and then Yugioh told
Well, we know for a
Ron
fact Yugioh did in episode 62, and they were cats back in Seven's world.
Yeah.
So we know for a fact Yugioh and Yuumu were there for that conversation.
So they must have been the ones to reach that conclusion.
Right, 100%. Yeah.
But I just feel like I guess they're more of assuming, and then everything just kind of pieces together where we can put it together ourselves.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I thought of with the Otis thing, because like you said, like the first time I was like, wait, how'd they get there so fast?
Right.
Like, how'd they just immediately say, oh, by the way, it's Otis? Like, obviously, they've been building on it, but they haven't really showed that Yugioh just brain blasted. Literally, that's kind of what it felt like.
100%.
Like, he was, like, sitting there, the wheels were going, he's like, it's Otis.
Well, because even, like,
no, it's crazy how
like,
much...
minutes before, it's like he shows the creator silhouette. I'm like, it's obviously
And that
Otis.
creator silhouette was Otis.
Well, they showed the ship before even that. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Thank
Enteme's
you
reaction
for
when
the
she saw it was
dono.
Otis?
I mean, we both kind of rolled our eyes because we're like, well, I guess it's just Otis now, because we
Man,
both don't like.
I mean, I mean that is a
It'll be
polar
good. It'll be
opposite reaction to me. I mean, you saw me. I was
Dylan
going
replayed
crazy.
it 3 times.
I think me, her, and you have very drastic differences on how we view that character.
I think we view them more similarly than you think. I just have more hope in a redemption story than I think you guys do.
I respect
that
that.
might be true.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a Jets comparison. but I
Okay,
don't
no,
want
too
to.
soon.
Too soon. Way too soon.
No,
no,
because
no,
all right,
don't
you know,
do it.
I won't.
Don't
Hey,
do it.
that's a personal foul.
That's
We're taking
attack.
him up.
That's
We're
attack.
taking him up.
So I want to kind of first of all, I thought this was a great episode. One of the best Rush episodes I've probably ever watched. I mean, I think of it that highly. It was an incredible episode. There's something really fascinating about the way that they've set up this arc because we're going into our arc finale duel here. It's going to be some gauntlet against Yugioh. And they've done it where Yugioh needs to be defeated, but Yugioh himself is not doing anything evil or wrong per se.
It's just in him.
And that's such a fascinating conversation. But that being said, it's been so fascinating how they've done this arc because I was talking to my friend Elaine. We all know Elaine
of course.
yesterday. Very, very awesome person. And what I thought was so fascinating as I was talking to her about the episode and just the arc in general, and I really thought about it, is Yugioh is like the only character involved in the tournament or really like one of the only characters involved in the tournament that like major characters at least that has been completely excluded from all the plans and all the attempts to stop the darkness taking control of everything. I mean, what has Yugioh's main priority been? It's to make Epoch smile.
Yeah.
But because he's so hyper focused on that, he's kind of lost a little bit of
He's lost the scope.
the scope. Yeah, that's a very well way to put it.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't realize how imminent this threat is. And so you have Go Hyuna, Asaka, and Phaser all talking about it under the table. Phaser and Yugioh, because we see in the preview that they have to use the same deck.
Yeah.
It says that in the preview. We also see Yugioh is using one of his monsters in the preview. So Yugioh and Phaser, at the very least, must have gotten together or communicated
They had
in
to
some way
coordinate this,
to have similar cards in the same deck. That's the only way that Yugioh is able to have his monsters.
Right.
So, and then of course you have Yuhi and Yumu who had that great scene before the tournament started.
Yeah.
You have all these characters that are trying to stop the darkness from taking over, except Yugioh.
Yeah.
And it's because Yugioh is the key to the whole project being successful for this Kuaidul character because of his just general charisma and ability to win people over.
Which I thought was super cool, by the way.
Oh,
Like,
it's such a
like
unique
an evil
take.
plan, but it's like almost hands off. Like all Yugioh has to do is win,
Yeah.
and everybody gets inspired to get his cards.
And by the way, we see
Brilliant.
how strong Kuaidul is and how much he just kind of is toying with Yugioh and with everyone where like he takes over Yugioh.
Right. I
That scene
love
was incredible.
that scene.
Yeah.
And I love that scene because he cuts in and he purposely mocks specifically Yuhi and says 3 times that I'm not controlling him yet. And he
Yeah.
even does a puppet gesture.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was trolling him right to his face, to
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
faces. And it's like I not only have eyes and ears everywhere, I can do whatever I want at any time.
Yeah.
And he's enjoying. He loves it.
Yeah.
And the line that I thought was really sinister, but it's also like, it's like, I don't know, like politician, like almost like it's like perfectly well done, like a leader of just being like in the background at least in dirty tactics. He finally realized that the way to win people over and to have this project going is not to manipulate them. It's to exploit them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to go down
Yeah, we can
a
go down it.
spoiler thing here, but
100%.
like for me, I thought a lot about that in the times I've watched it. And there's a lot of similarities you can make to real life, but I think the main crux of what you should look at is think about what he has done since the beginning. Because in my mind at this moment, he's been there since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's been pushing these pieces, right? At least at this point, that's all we know. So I go all the way back to Arc 1. And I go back to he tried, that was probably his involvement with trying of Earthamar and pushing Yugioh in that direction, right?
I'm sure.
He was testing things there. It didn't exactly work the way he wanted to, and that is the way it went, right? And then every arc that he's gone on, he's had to probably have some involvement maybe there with the Luke, right?
Right.
Maybe. But even if we go to the more direct ones in Phaser, right? He directly had involvement with that. He, for 2 years, was basically through Phaser controlling the planet, right? Was pushing his project. But I think what he realized when he's talking about manipulation, he's specifically talking about directly Phaser. And I think what he realized is that people resist when you try to do that. And that is not the way to have this project, right? There was a whole rebel cell led by Yumu, right?
Yep.
That doesn't work for what he's trying to do with the Cartiers project. But if I can convince and exploit people and turn the greatest hero in the galaxy, this symbol of hope, right? If I can, in front of everyone, make him look bad, that works. And I think that further speaks to what he's doing with Yugioh, right?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of stubbornness on Yugioh's part. There's a lot of things that come together here. Because you have the whole Epoch situation where that is his main goal.
Right.
He doesn't want anything to stop that, right? And so because he's been kept out of the plans, plus that, it's been this weird cocktail where he's not, for really the first time, if you think about it, he's not listening to the friends around him, right?
No.
They are directly telling him to his face that you're being, like, this is a manipulation thing, like, there's other stuff going on here, and he's just not about it, right?
Yeah.
He thinks he's firmly in control of what's happening. And we already know there's a little bit of darkness. We even see it here in this episode. It's in him.
Yeah.
So there's a piece there that Kuaidul is controlling him, but not fully. That's why he says not yet. Now, whether that's he doesn't have full control over him yet, or he purposely is not fully controlling him, I think it's maybe that one. I love that. Because why not? Instead of giving the excuse to everybody watching if he takes him over, it's like, well, Yugioh got exploited. You know, like it wasn't his fault. We got to rally against this guy. It's better if Yugioh, by his own decisions, is the one that causes all of this stuff to go haywire. Because now you break down the hero of that character and you make it his fault. He did it. He wasn't controlled and manipulated. He resisted the darkness. As far as most of the outside people, not our main characters, the people watching on TV and all that stuff, they're seeing that he's resisting it. He's not. But they might not even be aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And that is the perfect plan that Kuaidul is running here. And I thought about that a lot, and I just love that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And like the other thing with Yugioh is he's so. I think another aspect that you might have glossed over, at least the way that I view it, he's so focused on being the best possible teacher to Epoch that he can possibly be, and he's so scared to, I think, fail that role that's allowed him, or really allowed Kuaidul, to just take full advantage of the situation.
It's the perfect cocktail between, because Yugioh is never stubborn like that.
No,
how many times has he listened to people on the sideline? This is the one unique time that's not happening, because he's been out of the plans and what's actually going on. And no fault of anyone. It's just kind of what happened. And also because he views himself, he screwed up with Epoch. And he's so desperate to fix that combination of those two things are leading him down a very, no pun intended, but kind of pun intended, dark path.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it's so unique because it's still Yugioh. Like, it's not like some evil force at the end of an arc that we're trying to defeat.
Perfect.
And if you think about it, like the two characters that are the first two trying to stop him that now we need to root for in order for the villain not to succeed are the two biggest threats to everything in this show, or at least they were, in Yugioh and Phaser. And I think there's even some great symbolism there. So, like, there's so many great elements that came from this episode. Nick T, your thoughts on how do you say it? Kuaidul?
Kuaidul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kuaidul,
That's what they were saying during the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, Kuaidul.
Your thoughts on his character?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I really think it's like so well thought out on his behalf. Like, I mean, Pete already said so much about it.
Sorry,
and
bro.
no, perfectly. Like you really summarized it well. But I really love the tactic of, there's one approach to try to manipulate someone into doing something that you want them to do, but there's a whole other where you can capitalize on the fact that you are letting them do what they want to do. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's letting Yugioh act in free reign, essentially, and just his plan is based around the fact that Yugioh will and has the power to do essentially whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And that includes, dueling to the best of his ability. Great. Duel to the best of your ability, because that is part of I want you to duel well, and I want you to win so everybody can look up to you. Like, that is insane. The fact that it's like, yeah, just do that and my plan will work.
And it's great because if that's how it goes, Submarine 77 implies it might not stay that way. But if that is how it goes, Yugioh gets defeated. Quaidul never ends up dueling this arc. He can very easily still be the threat next arc.
Exactly.
My one fear, and I think I have two big fears that came out of this episode.
Okay.
The episode was fantastic, but it's two fears that have to do with now the future. I think they're both valid. My biggest imminent fear is it reminds me a little bit. It reminds me actually a lot of Go Hyuga.
Okay, I thought we were going somewhere.
Oh,
else.
yeah.
No, it reminds me a lot of Go Hyuga. When Go Hyuga appeared from Swirly, defeated Yugioh, we all thought it was super cool.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 episodes later that Go Hyuga was defeated by Yuga and Luke. Now, his arc wasn't done after that. Remember, he then dueled Otis. Then he was like flying around space and passed out. It was some weird stuff happened with his character in that final arc. But really, once he lost to Yuga and Luke, that was kind of the end of his like threatening aura over the show.
For sure.
And the Go Hyuga reign lasted 5 episodes at most.
Yeah.
So like
It was pretty destructive for the time.
it was. And this character I think has all that potential as well. My fear is this arc ends at 77. Or are they going to go down a similar route with him?
I could totally.
Yeah.
I understand your fears there.
I don't think it's crazy because it's seldom that we see villains last through arcs.
Yeah, exactly.
In Rush Yu-Gi-Oh, it just doesn't happen very often. I'm praying that I'm wrong. I'm praying that, and I'm not predicting that's what's going to happen. So it wouldn't even be me being wrong. But it's a genuine fear that I feel. I don't know if you guys feel the same way or
I do. Yeah.
I understand the fear.
I understand the like, yeah. I'm not necessarily like.
I don't think
fully
that's what
that-
they're going to do. I
yeah.
hope not. But we are near the end of the show.
We are.
I mean, we got less than 30 episodes left. We probably got
Yep.
27, 26 episodes left.
Right.
We got 2 arcs left.
Which is crazy.
I can
actually.
understand your fear of that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it happening.
Yeah.
But the fact that he purposely mentioned the creator
Right.
in Kuaidul and saying like, "Oh, hey, like I was the first. I'm the proto one," right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there is almost like he realizes the part he plays here, and I could see it more of maybe the creator backstabs him, but I kind of think he thinks that they're kind of in this kind of together.
I think so.
You know,
too.
like
little bit, yeah.
because to me it would be a little bit repetitive of like he's been exploiting, manipulating people before that, and then like he's also being manipulated again, just like Phaser. Like I don't feel like you're just gonna play those same beats.
We've passed the buck on that now so
Again.
many times.
So
Yeah.
to me, I think it would be more interesting that he's right. He thinks he's partners in crime with the creator or a weapon of the creator, and then maybe the creator in the end either realizes he's a massive failure when we defeat him,
Right.
or he backstabs him.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that being more interesting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Dylan,
fair. Yeah.
You said you had another fear, right? You said you had a second
I
one?
do have a second
Can
fear.
can I guess what your second
You,
fear
yeah,
is?
yeah, you can guess.
That Otis isn't going to be a villain.
You know, it's along those lines. It's along those lines. My fear was mainly if Otis is still going to be the main villain of this show, which I still think he will be. Now all of the manipulation that we were giving him premature, obviously, credit for this entire arc. I mean, we were talking about it a few weeks ago on this podcast where, Pete, you were like, man, I love how they're building up the creator. I love how sinister he is. And now all of a sudden, it wasn't the creator. It was this Kuaidul character.
Yeah.
So now the only thing we know about the creator is he created Velgears. He put them in this, infinite war loop, which is effed up enough. But really, besides that, he hasn't done anything directly as far as we know.
For knowledge,
And
yeah.
they've shifted all of the creator involvement that we expected was the creator onto Kuaidul.
Right.
Yep.
Kind of how they shifted everything away from Phaser when his arc ended. So they've been shifting
A lot of
blame,
a lot of
a lot of
a lot of gaslighting.
yeah, and
going
with
on
that,
in
it can get kind of weird if it just keeps the buck keeps passing on that. My fear is not necessarily as much as Otis won't be the main villain because I still think there's a compelling story.
Yeah,
you can
sure.
tell if he isn't the main villain. I don't see how he's not, given how he spoke to Yugioh
Yeah.
and what he put
Yeah.
Velgears, what he put
Yeah.
Velgear through. I don't see how he won't be the main villain. So my fear is more so if he is the main villain, how is he going to get built up? because I want enough time for him to be built up as our main villain. I don't think Kuaidul is going to be our main villain. I think he's the villain of this arc. He could be the villain of next arc, but I don't think he's going to be our main final villain.
Well, that's like, so it's funny that you say that, because I feel like the thoughts that I got were the sense that Kuaidul was like made to do, like his hand was forced. He was brought to the Cardios project because of the manipulation that.
Well, he had the same feelings Yugioh had.
Exactly.
Yugioh went about
So,
it
like,
destructively, and so did he.
I don't see him in cahoots necessarily with the creator, more like resenting him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that pendulum will swing back in the sense that, like, I mean, he's still the top of the pyramid here, where it's like, you know, yes, Kuaidul, that we have to resolve this in some form. My worry is actually that it might be too soon, because even while they're figuring out his motivation and what's going on, they almost seem to humanize him. Like, oh, he's pondering on his own despair, like, you know, about being manipulated, but being part of the Karmada project, or the whatever, being a Karmada.
To be fair, like, all of that is also an assumption of Yuhi and them. Like, they don't know.
True.
Like,
it is.
No,
It's all an
like they
assumption.
imagined a scene of him sitting on the cliff. We don't know if that's real.
They also
that-
got it.
That's a good point.
They
That is
also
an
got
assumption.
it wrong in the sense that they were like, "Oh, this is to turn all aliens into cards."
It's
No,
turn
it's
everybody.
to turn everybody
Yeah,
into
it's-
cards.
Their scope is
So
too narrow.
exactly,
Which is
so,
actually terrifying.
No, it is. Well, and also if you're Kuaidul, you view people on Earth as aliens, right? I mean, they're
That's a good
They're
point.
not Velgirians.
Yeah.
You know, so Asaka's. I think Asaka was the one who said it. Her definition of what an alien is, you know, creatures that came from outside of Earth.
Right.
But technically, the space dragons have been on Earth longer than, or like side by side with humanity.
Right. So
like,
that's where you get into the you know, what does that even mean? You know, especially when you're talking about someone who's not from Earth.
right.
You know, the definition of aliens is different. So even nuances like that, when you dig into it, it's like it makes the show feel very like. Very real. I don't know. Like the show has just been really, really good these last few weeks. But
I very much agree.
those are my two concerns. What was the big issue with Otis? There were a lot of issues. I think the biggest one, it all stems from him just not having enough time and the show not having enough time at the end after he turned on Yugioh, tied him to a table, and left him there.
It was flat.
Yeah. It just never. We never got the why. You know, we never got the why.
His motivations are still unclear.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. And I
we're
feel
still
like
missing it.
That's
you know,
why I said
because
still.
and I feel like the more time we have to build that character up, if they're setting him up to be the main villain, which I still think they are, it gives his character, and I think it ultimately gives the show its best chance to land on its 2 feet at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
In ways that Sevens with its main villain did not.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they would need to have a very short-lived Kuaidul in order to do Otis correctly?
No, very good question. I
got 30-something
don't.
episodes.
I don't. So
That-
we're
well, that's why
70.
I'm
We're
asking. I don't know.
75. I expect this to be 102. The way I get to that number, Sevens was 92. 10 weeks lost due to COVID. 102. So that's how I get to 102.
I saw some people throw around it could be 100. Some said 104.
Yeah.
I've seen some different numbers.
You know, math is going to be different there. I'm just doing Sevens plus the 10 weeks we lost, and so that's not a foolproof equation. So if someone says
It's an
I think
educated guess.
if someone says I think
we're
it'll be
all
100,
guessing out here.
if someone says I think it'll be 100, I'm not gonna argue that.
it's
So
fine,
we have 25 to 27 episodes left. This arc takes us down to like 23 to 24 or whatever. No, I think if you get Otis involved towards the end of arc number 7, next arc, and then the final arc is just fully focused on him, and he gets 10, 15 episodes solidly in the spotlight, which would give Kuaidul another 10 episodes or so from this point on. I think that's plenty of time.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's plenty of time. Because you got to remember, after Otis turned on Yugioh, between the Otis and Yugioh duel, I think that was like 84. It was like in the low 80s, right? Between the Yugioh and Otis duel at the end, which was 90, 91, 92, you had Roman versus Princess G. You had Roa versus Yugioh. You had Luke versus Tiger. Now, all of those were, maybe besides Luke versus Tiger, were all really, really good
I was
duels.
so hyped for like the family element and
Yeah.
the watch. That was
Explanation
so, it
was
so
weird.
lame.
Yeah, that one disappointed. Those duels were great, but Otis was not involved in those
any of that,
episodes.
no.
So that's why even if you give him 10 episodes, I think it can work.
True.
So that's where my fears are
Yeah.
for the future. But in
I
the
think they're
present,
valid.
I think we're in a great spot
Yeah, at
right
the
now.
very least, he's still very closely related to what's going on right now. Whereas, like, every single thing that would happen up until, like, the last couple arcs of Sevens, like, he was pretty distant from until he would just appear. But now,
Correct.
like, now we still have it, like, looming at least.
Yep.
Which is, like, enough of a, push to be like, all right, we're going to get something.
Yuga's still lingering, and Yuga's story is very, very closely tied to Otis. It
Oh,
just
yeah,
is.
it's
It
a-
has
yep.
been
They'll
He'll
since
be back
Sevens.
because of that.
Exactly.
He's literally calling him his mortal enemy. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way he's not coming back.
Exactly. So,
They're
and
fated
listen,
to
I'll
face
make a bold prediction very early on here.
I don't like that smirk.
I'll make a prediction early on.
You might as well. It's your third to last show.
I think I think
Ever.
Otis will defeat Yuga in Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush.
And then who steps in to...
I think Udius will probably defeat him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Otis will
I
beat
guess that
Yuga.
only
So
makes sense.
bring him back just to beat him again. Huh? Just give him another loss. Okay.
I think that's how you could very quickly legitimize him as a duelist. How great would it be too if he says
That wouldn't be that great. to
everything
have
in
Yuga lose
sevens
again.
everything in sevens was an act.
No,
That's
you
what I
would-
think.
You would love that.
That's what
What
I've
do
been
you
saying.
mean an act?
Oh, I think he
Like,
threw
he threw
those
the duels.
duels on
Yeah,
purpose.
Listen, if you want to say all the other ones besides the last one, sure.
Okay,
When you say the last one he threw to get to the Go Rush Universe, that's where you lose me.
That's what, yeah.
Because
That-
to
that-
me,
that
he
one,
had it
yeah,
on a
right.
silver platter to do whatever he wanted to do, and I think that's the first time he legitimately lost, and now he's had to fix everything
Yeah.
and go, well, shit, let me come up with a new plan.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that one I agree because I mean you got to think about it. He was using a lot of he was basically using starter and structure decks in those early duels. Like none of the
On
decks were
purpose.
consistent. But then in that
He
final
basically-
duel,
he basically hustled him. He was like,
no,
yeah.
he really did. And then in that final duel, he was using his legitimate badass deck. And then yes, maybe his plans changed when he was sent back in the hyperspace, and that was never. So I would concede on that argument.
I think he was pushing them to be better because that's what he wanted, and then
yeah, but then he wanted to kill them at the
yeah,
end.
but he thought he had it locked up.
Right.
Like he was convinced I've locked you out. You're gonna lose connection. You're gonna be just kicked out of the duel.
Yeah.
And then he got something completely.
No, it was
Yeah.
epic, man. A lot. I'm telling you, there's still a lot of upside with his character.
I wanted to say I saw Aura comment a lot.
Yeah.
Of saying she believes that Kuaidul and the creator have no connection whatsoever in terms of what's going on here, which
Yeah.
totally could be possible. I think so much of the mindset that even if Kuaidul doesn't know what's going on, the creator is always manipulating the
That's fair.
situations that are taking place.
well, I view him as God.
And I could also, he is at the moment.
do,
And I
I
could
do.
see him maybe Kuaidul is a weapon, a creation that's just kind of doesn't listen anymore. He's kind of, maybe he did give into his own despair, and it's it's not the way. That's why he is the prototype. It's not the way he wanted things to go with Valgyrians.
Yeah.
And it's he's kind of off the farm a little bit. And
Yeah.
he's doing his own thing. And the one thing I will say, because at the moment to me, there's a little bit of interpretation in my opinion, but I saw Aura said that they confirm, he confirms their assumptions of the situation. I took that more as of his plan.
Of his
not
motives.
necessarily of the moment of them imagining him on the cliff and this is what he's
Being
gone
in
through.
despair. Yeah.
I could be 100% wrong. I just didn't take it as he confirmed that part of the story.
Yep.
I thought he more confirmed of the Cardios project, everything. That is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
to me, I think that there's a little bit of interpretation wiggle room there, but I can completely understand your point, Aura, of how
Yeah.
you view that as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's in a good spot right now. It really is. Cal told me to check my computer, so let me take a look.
Getting hot. Getting a little bit hot.
Oh my God, Space Cowgirl! Thank you for the $100 donation. Space Cowgirl, thank you so much. I am wearing the shirt that Space Cowgirl made just for Rally. Now this refers to the scene where
No,
Jack.
don't do it, man.
Where I'm going
We
to
don't
say
have
what
to
the,
talk
I'm going to say what the scene was. Jack Atlas almost, didn't. I don't want to say let her drown
But
or let
I mean,
him drown.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, Jack. He kind of let Rally
Kinda.
drown. Yeah. Kind of let Rally drown. Yeah. Well, listen, Space Cowgirl. Thank you for the shirt. Had to wear it. Had to support you. Dredger actually assaulted me with this shirt. Fun fact.
Assaulted you?
Yeah, because I opened the door. I had just woken up from a nap,
Didn't even have a chance.
and he just threw the shirt at my face and said, "Catch!" And
and recorded.
and recorded it.
Assaulted you with the shirt. I thought you meant he assaulted you while you were wearing it.
No.
Wouldn't be surprised.
But that wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
Space Cowgirl, I want to say thank you so much for the insanely generous donation. I hope you've been well. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's well in your world. And man, I'm not. I'm definitely gonna miss being able to talk to a lot of you guys on a weekly basis because I've had that privilege for years now.
Yeah.
You can still write in Discord.
I
and
can still
stuff.
write in the
You'll
Discord.
Still be there.
It'll be different though.
It will be.
It'll
Sure,
be
but
different. I'll get back to it.
Long-term
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, I'll get back to it. I'll get back to
I'll
it.
be your megaphone. You just like type what you want to say, and I'll just yell it.
Yeah, we can maybe do that.
Yeah. I think that works.
Space Cowgirl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
sick shirt Dill. Space Cowgirl, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the insane generosity. You're awesome.
I
Space
have-
Cowgirl, also, sorry to interrupt you, might be a guest at
Might be.
Jump Festa.
Oh
I mean, that's what
I
I
think,
think.
I think probably.
Commitment.
I think probably.
I think we can't have. We need to cut this off real quick.
Okay, well,
Like
Hold
Space
on.
Cowgirl a lot. We are not creating another JC situation.
No.
No,
Hold on.
no,
we
no, no.
need confirmation.
Wait.
You're lying. Stop lying.
I do have
You're
to.
lying.
I'm jumping ahead. I was gonna read something else, but I have to
He's-
jump ahead
he's
to this.
bullshit.
You're absolutely
he's
bullshit.
$10 from Legendary
I
Duels.
don't believe you at all. I don't care
Happy
what he has to
birthday,
say.
Dylan! As a present, I am giving my 100% confirmation for Jump Fest.
Is that true though? Is that really
Yes.
what it says?
And he said, first the Otis reveal, and now my RSVP. LOL. My birthday is December 14th. So Jump Festa 2023 will be my present. Love you, bro.
It has happened.
The chat was exploding when that came in.
Right there, baby.
It's finally
That clock's
happened,
fixed.
dude. We're gonna see him right there.
That
92
clock's
days,
fixed.
baby.
92 days. By the way, it's pretty much. I mean, it's definite. We're getting a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime in 92 days.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
even care what happens anymore. He's gonna be here.
He's gonna be here. We're gonna have that man 6-foot hero on that white table with a big
He's
picture,
back.
a big picture of Judai, a red X right through him.
Oh,
I mean, it's
dude.
gonna be great.
Oh my god.
Now, I love Judai. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat from that man sub this
I
year.
mean, I feel like it's a little sacrilegious if you do, because you're trying to say Judai's not a good character.
well, if you take a piece of that man sub, you also have to give the finger to Judai. Yeah, it's the terms of the
I
that
know
man
what?
sub.
I haven't watched. I don't care.
I don't think I
can do it.
I'm eating the whole stuff.
I don't think I can do it.
I'm gonna eat the whole-
Florentinos
stuff.
make some great subs.
It's gonna be tough.
Florentinos.
It's gonna be tough.
Did you save the piece of wood for when you go again?
Yeah, I still have the piece of wood. I'll get $5 when I bring it back. JC,
Oh God Almighty.
they gave with the that man sub we got last year, the 3-foot hero. They give you a big board of wood. They said,
yeah,
"Hey,
you
$5
put that-
$5 deposit on this. You bring it back, we'll give you the $5 back." I said, "Oh, great." It's still in the kitchen.
They probably
They're
expect
gonna-
that. Yeah, it's
They're
probably
gonna
not.
Classic
they're gonna,
deal.
He's
No,
gonna
no,
go
but-
back and bring it, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, like when did you have this? Oh, December of last year."
No, I'm
At
really
this
gonna
point-
try to bring
at-
it back.
At this point, keep it, buy some oil, and just make the board look nice, and then we'll put the sandwich on it.
No, because they force you to they have to give you a board.
Because that's how they
So
present.
now
it
we're gonna
to
have
you.
2 boards.
Well, no, I'm gonna give that one back.
You're
for
not. They're
$5.
not taking that back.
I was gonna say I'm returning this for my mom. She got it from you last week. They won't know. They don't keep track of it. It's a board.
What if they do?
They don't.
Okay.
What if they just slap the?
Well, we're gonna
sandwich
find
right on
out.
the same
JC,
hold on.
thank you so much,
JC
man.
also donated $2 and said,
Hold
"Forgot
on.
to say I'm praying for you for your surgery as well."
Okay.
Oh, thank you,
Okay.
JC.
I
was nervous for a second.
For a second, I
like,
thought
April
it was going to be psych.
Did you think I would? Did you think I would let you guys celebrate?
I was
like
about
that?
to? Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
He walks it
for
back.
the content.
JC, thank you. I mean, Dak and Dak's dog might be here
I
as
mean, this
well.
might be.
I mean,
this might
no,
be one
no,
of the greatest days
we
of this
might
podcast.
literally now. I imagine
Yeah.
Dak's dog is a grand mastiff, 4 feet tall. We might have a huge dog just
mastiff.
walking around this
It's not
basement.
that.
Okay, you just saying mastiff just
Yeah.
makes me want to
not
smack.
French.
That's the
You
French. Well, that's the French.
I just want to
pronunciation.
smack you.
No,
so
that,
bad.
that's how you say it in
it
France.
makes you a little bit more okay with him not talking for a couple.
I can,
weeks.
dude. Honestly, can't wait for that. Can't wait.
That's how you say it in French.
Okay.
Get a podcast. Just me, Cal, and Nick T just chopping it up.
Yeah.
What about
kill
French?
him away.
Well, we don't know what happened.
Hey, like just like the good old days.
Just like the good old days. You know what I mean?
All right.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the RSVP, JC.
Thank you so much,
What I was
JC.
really
God.
trying to get to before was Natalie came in and donated
Oh my
$70.
Oh, yurt.
Natalie, thank you so
that
much.
with, Oh my
Thank you, Natalie.
Natalie said, "Hi Dylan, I love this episode so much. I also hope you're doing well, Dylan. We got 2 Vrains VAs in this, Emma's and Kusanagi's VA.
Yeah.
I found that to be cool. Also, love that Otis is the creator. I'm really liking 7s, and it is growing on me.
You know, it's so funny. Natalie, first of all, that is such a large donation. Maybe it was 70 for 7s. I'm not sure. But thank you so much. If you guys can put some heart hype emotes in chat for Natalie, for Space Cowgirl. I would greatly appreciate it. Sean
Let's
earlier,
go.
JC's RSVP, a lot to get excited about tonight, and
So
just a
much.
great episode.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
my head's spinning. There's so much to be excited about. Natalie, thank you. Natalie was someone who dropped 7s after the Nail arc. Didn't really like it, and I said, maybe you could try watching the dub. Maybe you'll find more enjoyment with the dub, because the 7's dub is one of those Yu-Gi-Oh dubs that I would definitely recommend.
I agree.
Because what the dubs always try to do is they always try to make it a little more kid friendly. That's always been the purpose and the goal of the dubs. But with what 7 source material is, it really works very, very well
Yeah.
for Yu-Gi-Oh 7s.
Definitely.
And so the 7's dub is hilarious.
It's very fun.
And so
Barrett's a part of it,
I
so.
believe Natalie Barrett is part of it. I believe Natalie did switch to the dub, and she's been loving it. So
Hot dog, is it a sandwich?
yeah, now that's the Brains dub. Now that's
I mean,
great
is
for
it?
its own reasons. I
it?
believe it's not, because it's one continuous.
It's a taco.
What's a good
It's a
line of the
taco.
7's dub? Have you heard one?
Good well, Luke always just says, is it bro or dude? I think it's dude.
That fits his character
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah.
Dude.
Bro.
Yeah.
He just goes to Yuga, bro.
Yeah. I think it's bro. I haven't seen anything from the 7's dub in a little bit now,
Wow.
but I actually gotta finish
He
watching
says
it.
bro.
As bro.
He says
Yeah.
bro.
Bro and dude, apparently some say.
Bro.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
Usually
that, I mean
he
that,
says
that,
dude.
that dub
That
is
Maximum's totally crazy.
that dub is fun. That dub is fun, and
Bro
the it's crazy because the girl that voices Asana in that dub is someone that was like part of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime community for a very long
Oh,
time.
that's right.
Jen, I knew her when I was doing like Arc 5 and Vrain's content. Like she would like be talking to me about the shows and like, I mean, and then all of a sudden, next thing I know, someone who's like in the Yu-Gi-Oh fandom, like I think she's probably younger than us, is voicing Asana, and I'm
It's
like,
wild.
excuse me?
Yep.
Like, I mean, that's crazy.
Crazy how
So
things happen.
yeah, sevens is cool. Yeah, it's cool. So definitely check out the dub if you get a chance. And I'm really happy you've been enjoying it, Natalie. I'm happy you've enjoyed it on your rewatch. Because honestly, like Natalie was like, "Hey, can you pitch it back to me?" Like I've watched it through 26. And I was like, "You've given it a fair chance. 26 episodes is more than
lot.
fair to
Yeah,
decide
it's a
whether you
lot.
like a show or not." Maximum arc, I think, is one of the better arcs in that show.
Yeah.
So if you're not hooked, maybe give the dub a try because it might be a bit of a flavor that you enjoy a little more. But otherwise, I'd probably say, it just isn't for you. Yeah, which is fine. Which is fine. But I'm happy you gave it a chance again, Natalie, and you've been enjoying it. That's awesome. That's awesome. And thank you for the insanely kind super chat. Last thing I want to touch on here because there's so much we still have to get to.
Of course.
I want to touch on Yuhi, who is slowly becoming
My dude.
and he has been slowly. I mean, I might start calling him Chad.
I think
should.
I think officially this is the episode I call him Chatty.
Okay, so
Chad
you're there. I'm not there
I think I'm
yet,
there.
but you're there.
I think I'm there.
And
I'm
by the
there.
way,
Out of respect.
when
Out of-
people called him
He's
Chad
him.
He back in Arc 1 and 2, I was like,
That's
I mean,
too
come on,
soon. Yeah,
that's a
ridiculous.
funny joke. Well, too soon. I
Absolutely.
never thought he'd get there.
Yeah.
But I mean, this arc, he has grown so much. And because we know what the finale of this arc is going to be in 77, Yuhi is just fantastic.
He's
I mean,
great.
he really, really is.
He's him.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
That's
him.
a great way to put it. He is him.
Timothy.
Ever since he put on the Danny Zuko jacket,
Yeah.
he's rocking
I
it.
mean, he's the guy.
He's that-
I mean,
yeah.
everybody looks to him.
Yeah.
No, I mean, really, the
him.
confidence to
Like,
just say,
H&M and all
hey,
kinds.
let's get into Plan C here. Like, we can't
he's,
stop.
He's in his Jimmy
we have
Butler
to keep
phase,
going.
Dude. He's in his
Oh,
Butler
yeah.
phase. Out here just being Himothy, dude.
Yeah.
Himmy Butler.
Himothy.
So, I mean, I guess my question was going to be how have you guys felt about his character, but clearly.
We're all in
he's-
agreement.
Yeah, clearly you
He's,
guys-
he's going right to the top. Like he's
Yeah.
on the elevator. He's going
I
straight
actually
up.
love the name you gave there. You him.
You him.
You
Yeah.
him. I mean, that's basically what he is.
Yeah. Yeah, super good. I said,
Plan C is for Chad.
and I think we all. Did he hit you in the head with a water bottle?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was. I might have a concussion.
How did it
let's
go
run
that far
back.
if he hit you in the
Let's
head?
run that back.
Let me say this. I said when this show first started, when Yuumu was presented as the better duelist and Udius beat Yuhi, that Yuumu, between Yuumu, Udius, and Yuhi, I felt Yuhi had the most room for growth and development.
Yes, I think you said that.
And
we also had him as a distant third.
through the first season, I mean, really. But this second season, I don't think there's a character that has just soared as much as Yuhi has this season. since episode 53 when his whole character had a change of arc, basically. So got to give Yui credit there, man. He's great. I think now I put him ahead of Yuumu, and I mean I loved Yuumu,
Yeah.
but
Just because she's doing
I
nothing.
think and she's gotten a little better.
She's out
Like
here chilling.
the vulnerability she showed and the willingness to put herself in danger, I liked a lot with her character. She got another win, even though now, like, again, how do you rank it? Because 2 of her wins she wasn't really in control for. Damamu was in control of her when she beat Yuki, and now Darkness, Kuaidul was in control of her when she beat Neanderstar. So, like, how do you rank those wins? Are they Yuumu wins, or do they not count as Yuumu wins? I don't know.
You count
really.
them combined as 1 win. Half a win each.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm only asking because I got to do, like, top 10 most winningest girl characters soon. I've had that video cooking up for a while. But I've been waiting for Yuumu to get a couple more wins so she's in, like, the top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And
Knowing you,
We'll get there.
maybe we just wait till the end to go rush for that video.
Yeah.
Because knowing you, there'll be a amazing win she'll have. You'll release the video about 3
You'll be
days
like, "Oh,
before
God
that,
damn it."
and you'll immediately regret it.
Yeah, you're right. She's going to get 3 wins in the last arc, beat Roman's record, and I'll have made the video prior to that arc starting.
For sure.
Yep.
You
So-
know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
not
it's
big.
gonna
Yeah, let me wait for Go Rush to end.
There you go.
One of my favorites of Go Rush was in the first season, the first arc, when I think you uploaded like top 10 tribute summons in Rush or something around there. And it's when Yugioh has his whole monster come out. And you're like, I just uploaded this video, man, and this absolutely would have been it. I mean, it happens to you every time.
Yeah.
So think about it. The mystery girl theory.
Yep.
The very same weekend is when she's on Nail's planet.
Cooked you.
Yep.
Didn't reference that in the video at all, and that would have, I think, embolstered the theory. And then the other video that I uploaded, literally, like, this month was top 10 girl versus girl duels, and then we get the banger between Goha Yuna and Rovian, which would have been
Gotcha
very
again.
high on that list.
again.
Like 3 weeks after I uploaded that video.
Yeah. It happens.
I mean, it really,
when you said
it's
the line,
ridiculous.
you
It's not a
said
thing of the
Studio
past.
Bridge giveth and taketh away. It is so accurate. They give you everything on your birthday, but they also go, we're going to kind of troll them a little bit with some of the stuff we do.
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
that was,
listen.
That was a pretty good video. But here's something better.
yeah, but here's a duel that would have made it.
And actually, we could put this duel, it wouldn't even affect the story 3 episodes from now. We're going to put it right now.
The Nick Yagi cameo in the background in the last
I mean,
episode of the
they're
bet.
having a little bit of fun.
I mean,
with it.
that was the Mad Gasser of Mattoon.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it
And
is.
this
That's what
week,
it
they
is.
were like, we heard some rumblings about the throat. We kind of feel bad.
Let's bring
just
Otis
give him
in now,
Otis.
yeah.
Throw him
Yeah.
on his birthday.
And I'm just hoping
Yeah.
91
Spring Heel
Spring
Jack.
Heel Jack, baby. Let's get
Yeah.
it. You don't even need to name, just like the Mad Gasser, just show a character jumping very high in the background.
That's
all you need to do.
How many feet is it going to be?
He probably should jump about 20 feet.
That's also way taller than
What do you?
Not how tall he is, how high he can
how
jump.
he
How he
jump,
should
but,
jump.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you're saying too tall for Mitsuko.
You're right, because she's only what 3 meters, about
Well,
9
it's
feet.
He's not jumping all the time.
It's a short hop.
Yeah.
He could short hop. He
Yeah.
could short hop.
Yeah, if he short
She's
hops.
also looking especially tall this episode.
No,
by the way.
I-
She towered over Kuaidul.
She
To
did.
the point where she looked like more than double his height.
Yeah.
She looked like a skyscraper.
Yeah, she's a big lady.
She looked like a small
She's a
office
big lady.
building. It was crazy. I hope for her sake, Spring Heel Jack actually shows up and they do run a little
would
bit
like
of a
that.
romance
I would
story
like that.
between the two of them.
I think they need it.
I think it was a great statement by Cal. Again, don't look up what he was known for in England, but I'll tell you, they can go in different. They have liberty with his story in this show.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
While we were jostling
Chopping
around
it up.
about nothing, Natalie came in and donated another $50.
Holy shit, Natalie! Excuse my language. Thank you so much,
And-
Natalie.
Let me hit the Lord. Is
The
good
Lord.
button.
The Lord is
By the way,
good.
Chad, I want to let you know this is something that's probably going to get a lot of people very excited. When I am on the shelf for October, I'm going to be taking a lot of time. So the soundboard right now is about 2 full pages. I'm going to make sure we have about 6, 7 full
Oh,
pages
God.
Oh,
filled
yeah.
with different sound alerts.
Yeah, give DJ more power. That's
yeah.
a good idea.
You need to figure like a way to.
He's on.
space
Well, he's
them.
on probation. That's why he's not here tonight. But anyway, I'm gonna get to the donation. Dylan, I also wanted to do this to help you out since you have been a source of inspiration for me. I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers when you are getting your surgery. You helped brighten many of my bad days. Thank you so much.
That was nice.
Very, very sweet
That's
comment,
my
Natalie.
favorite
Thank you.
type of donation.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like. It's
and
just-
it always is. It always is. For me as well. Natalie, thank you for the kind words. Listen, you guys have inspired me as well through a lot of dark days. You've gotten me through the most difficult challenges of my life by far.
100%.
I mean the two most difficult challenges and the two biggest emotional holes that I've been in ever have been through my time with the channel. My first breakup, where I was really, really devastated for about 8 months, and then the first half through halftime at the Jets game on Monday night. Those were easily the two. I'm not even over exaggerating. I was in a very dark place at halftime. The two most,
Well, especially at that point.
yeah, when we were down 13-3. I mean, I was in a very dark place, but I know I always have so many people
Jet fans were.
to support me and to be here for me, and I'm super grateful for that. So I'm just happy that my content, my streams, my videos, in even the smallest sort of way, makes, even if it's one person, feel that way as well. It means the world to me, Natalie. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate you. Thank you, Natalie.
Maybe the real
I just wanna
Yugioh
let you
is
know
the friends we made along the way.
that I also was in a dark place at halftime in MetLife Stadium just one night prior.
Yeah, that was a tough game.
So I understand to an extent.
To an extent, yes.
MetLife's just a bad place, man.
And I
It
feel
is.
for both of you gentlemen. You're very near and dear to me.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I was not in a dark place on Sunday at 4:25 p.m.
No, you
because
were not.
the Los
Oh,
Angeles Rams went up to Seattle
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
wreck shop. Yeah,
I mean,
that was great.
It was an LA
I was
night.
having a day. Let me tell you. Woo!
No, I mean, that was maybe the surprise
You're
of the
damn right.
weekend. They looked very good.
I was. Let me tell you, and I said this to my coworkers. I said, they somehow pull a miracle off this Sunday, beat the 49ers for the first time in 5 years. I'm going to be unbearable on Monday.
No, I mean,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be unbearable.
yeah, no, they looked good.
Unbelievably
They looked really good. So we'll see. You know, as long as they have Stafford and McVay, they're going to be in most of the games. So we'll see. But yeah, tough. Besides for Pete, it was a very tough weekend.
I love
for-
college. No one asked Pete. They damn right didn't.
No.
I said it.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. Even thinking about it now, I'm getting back into a dark place. Are you playing stuff?
Yeah.
I don't have my
Yeah.
headphones in.
Oh no, we've been
Um,
playing stuff the whole time.
I know. I got. Oh, give me that. There's an extra headphone there. Drudges. Give me that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Slide it over.
Yeah, we were giving you some yes when you were saying some good stuff, you know.
And the Jets chant.
Yeah. Oh, he did play.
Oh,
the
did
Aaron
you play the
Rodgers.
Did you play the
He
Aaron
did.
Rodgers clip?
He
My
did,
intention
yeah.
was to
Come
play for
on.
the New York Jets.
Yeah. That was kind of messed up, but I let it slide.
That is messed up, man.
It's kinda
said-
funny.
I did the shut up bitch when Cal was saying I'm in the same boat. So I think that makes up for
Oh,
it.
thank you.
I mean, those are two brutal nights you guys went through.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you ended up with a win, but your season's over. And then this guy, like,
Our
his
season's
season
over,
might
too.
as well be over. Watching
like-
Daniel Jones get $40 million
And-
sitting on the bench.
And
you know,
I get it. It was a very tough night for Giants fans, but
you
for
you
Jets,
go through
it's just a different
the pain
level.
that you go through as a Jets fan.
It's a different level,
I
man.
said it to
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
I can relate in some way
With the Mets.
because I'm a Mets fan. And you're bold, so that your life is just putrid. But like, I realized it with the Mets that there's no hope with them.
Yeah.
There's just nothing. It's
Yeah.
just
I don't know.
emptiness every season, even when they have good seasons, like last year. Goes
One
right
and
back
done.
down the tube.
Yeah.
So I get that. I'm still in shock, even as a non-Jets fan. That how did that even happen? It feels cruel. It feels
no,
like
it's
the football gods. You did something wrong. Maybe
was
as
a
you
Joe
said,
Namath.
Joe Namath maybe did a dark deal with the devil to win Super Bowl III,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just not meant to be happy.
what people that
know?
weren't at the stadium don't know is at halftime they had a guy come on to do the halftime
Well,
show.
no, I do. They show clips of that, and that was and I saw also your Instagram.
I mean,
the
oh my
irony
God.
of the song that was
So
playing.
he's singing "Dream On" by Aerosmith, which the chorus is just "Dream on, dream on," and they have a pre-recorded slideshow that they're playing on the screens.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was on TV,
Yeah.
and it's
was
videos
on Twitter.
of Aaron Rodgers smiling and throwing the football
Yeah.
in like
I mean,
preseason.
you got trolled without intentionally it being that way.
I mean, I felt like I mean, it was just horrifically ironic. It was cruel. It's
I mean, you must have been maybe the lowest.
no,
sports
I don't want to really get into it on maybe in an after dark. I had some dark thoughts, man. I was in a no, really. I'm not even joking.
You're gonna be that episode.
The Curb Your Enthusiasm
It's gonna be
episode.
you.
I thought about it at halftime. I mean, I was in the darkest place I've been in since my first breakup, easily. I mean, no, I'm not even kidding, man. I mean, it was insane. Like I was sitting there at the end of the game when we won on the punt. I was tearing up. I was tearing up. There were a lot of people tearing up.
I mean,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
one of the best. I was watching that and living vicariously through the phone. I was like, this seems amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, enough Jets.
Enough
football
sports
talk.
ball.
Yeah. Want to get into some super chats, and then we do have, of course, the 76 and 77 summaries coming up. So
Lit.
definitely stay tuned for that. Actually, before we get into the donations, I want to see what people rated this episode.
They loved it.
It's got to be good. They love me.
Let's see. 70. I think I saw. Cal, do you want to read it?
74% great, 17% good, 6% decent, 1% bad with 161 votes.
So believe it or not, last week had better ratings.
That was only like one. Yeah.
Last week was 76 great, 22 good, 1 decent, 0
You know
bad.
what that means?
Not by much. But
Stop the count. We got to count the votes. There's something wrong.
No, I mean
We
they're
gotta-
both very good
I
reference.
don't know.
I'm surprised though. Like last week we had 1% decent / bad. I'm surprised 7% thought it was a decent or bad episode. I thought it was maybe the best Go Rush episode ever.
I think it was up there.
Yeah, I thought it was really
The
good.
Otis haters are out.
Maybe. I mean, maybe that.
They're alive and well.
I mean, listen. I'm not gonna sleep on the power of the Otis haters.
You're not gonna.
Not
And
gonna
for, and
sleep
for the
on it.
record, or you already do that when you guys talk about the TCG and I have no idea what's going on. That already happens. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me talk to you.
Just
Let me talk
crazy.
to you.
Let me talk to you.
All right. Thank you to Dark Emperor J for the $2 donation. Appreciate you, Dark Emperor. I have a funny idea. While Dill is recovering, if Pete takes over the channel, you could temporarily change the profile pic to Pete doing the same pose and name it to Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing only until Dill comes back.
I
Now,
would
that
love
would
that.
be hilarious. My only
But,
fear and
yeah,
the reason I
you
wouldn't do
wouldn't get
that
it back.
is the YouTube algorithm freaks me out. So I'm
Also,
always very
what if
careful with that.
somehow you just lost the name, you couldn't get it back.
Oh, true. If someone else takes
Yeah.
the HTML, yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Now,
But
the
it is a funny
picture-
idea.
It's a funny troll.
Picture is a funny
The picture
idea.
would be
I've
a
been
funny
meaning
troll.
to change the profile pic for a while.
Why?
So
Why you prepare that? You just temporarily change it to me.
I just change it to you. That would be like a cartoon.
I
image
want
of you.
one of those like meme ones where like the guy is like it's like those loud like he's screaming and those like political memes and like just those generic ones.
Yeah.
That's what you do with that. It's just me on that.
I like that.
I love
That's
that.
good. Crystal Colden, thank you for the 888 donation. Appreciate you, Crystal. Woe is my only response to this episode. Yuhi leading a plan. Yay, the goal of Kuaidul. Fair enough. Yuhi's plan theorizing that Otis is the creator. Okay, thank you for proving Dylan is right. Just continue giving me hero Yuhi, and I will be happy. Yeah, Yuhi's looked great this arc. I mean, he's really, really looked good.
Definitely.
100%.
So, and yeah, whoa.
He's cooking.
I don't know what else to say. It was a whoa episode. Lorena, thank you for the $2 donation. Appreciate you, Lorena. Phaser activated a card that does what? That card is more weird than requiring a handshake. Even if it's just according to plan, the effect is still really weird, and I actually kind of love it. We haven't talked about the end of this
Yeah.
duel.
I love the way you said it during the reaction where you're just like, okay, like that is classic anime.
Yep.
There is no way in the world
monsters.
that both of them would have 5 monsters each on a random draw.
Yeah.
Like it's just the chances of that are less than 1%.
Yeah.
It's
There's
definitely
just
less than
no
that.
way.
He also
It's
pulled
probably
his,
less than
he
that.
pulled his full maximum
And that,
in his hand.
Come on.
He pulled the 3
right.
maximum
well,
cards.
that's in line with the show.
The stipulation
Yeah.
of
This
it
is
is
hilarious.
Just, I could trade out. What?
Yeah. I don't think we've ever seen that in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, in GX, we did have a moment where, like, it was a 2v2 duel, and 2 of the partners, Asuka and Ray, were able to switch places with each other and then be on the other team.
Oh, that's
and
weird.
that was weird enough, but we've never had a duel where someone leaves the duel, tags out, and the other person takes over using their deck. The last time we've seen a gauntlet-style duel like this, I think, was Zark in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, which ended up being like an 11 versus 1. So I don't think we've seen besides Yuga Gohan.
Right. That's the only
Right.
one that you could.
Yeah.
And that's because he literally passed.
Right.
Right.
Besides Yuga Luke. So, very, very
What about Go High Yuna
Interesting.
passing out?
Goha Yuna passing out and Yuga taking over. Yeah. Yeah.
then
But
also
willingly, we've never seen it willingly in Go Rush or in Sevens.
She
Right?
also
Like a
just-
character willingly gives their deck
True.
and then they take over.
True.
But yeah, I did forget about Go Hyuna passing out. She did help defeat the Lug. You
Stop. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
She summoned a monster, didn't she?
She was messed up in this episode. Barely
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah.
Still can't open one eye. I mean, it's interesting how some of them are way more hurt and affected than others who have been infected by the darkness.
Well, Asaka and Yuumu also got smashed into a wall by Manabu
yeah,
and
but
the freaky
Yuumu
fish guy.
seemed relatively fine compared to Asaka.
They seemed fine,
and
yeah.
then Go Hyuna out here just literally in a hospital bed.
Yeah, well,
So,
probably it was a heavy emotional toll on her as well. And I feel like when you're in a tough emotional place, it's also harder to physically recover
Dude,
from
I was
her.
having flashback scenes of Aoi in the hospital.
Oh
That
God.
was all I was having in that moment. I was like, oh, Lord.
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We should.
Yeah.
Brian Ford,
Here we go. Here we go.
thank you for the $2 donation. Shout out to AJR. Fantastic episode. My favorite of Bridge Yu-Gi-Oh! God, I'm happy I'm not alone in that. Phaser is the GOAT as always. Yeah, Phaser grew. I kind of started to care about Phaser again.
He kind of won a little bit of the stocks back then.
Yeah, now Brian
yes.
Ford all last week was saying, because I always go back and I read the chat usually, was saying that, he loves Phaser. He never left the Phaser bandwagon. I did. I left
Oh,
the
yeah.
Phaser
I
train.
sold those stocks.
I was falling asleep when you told me Phaser was dueling again. His character definitely went up for me this episode, so that was a good episode for him. Udius was like the Pharaoh using the seal of Orichalcos, with everyone being like, don't use the evil card, and him going, but I have to win, even if there are no stakes to losing. Yeah. Very, very good point.
Should have been me.
And
him.
That's the
Yeah.
aftermath of that scene. Maybe we'll get that here. Maybe we'll get another.
I hope he. And then I
Meme.
can use that all over Twitter.
been me.
Now, what do you use it in response to?
First of all, you actually haven't, because I don't want you to answer that. You haven't shown the other meme that you made of you and Otis. You got to do that. at
Oh,
some
wait,
point.
email it to me, and then I'll put it on screen.
Please, it
Yeah.
is. It's your new contact photo in my phone.
An honor, dude.
It
Thank
is-
you.
it's an
You were the
epic
mastermind
picture.
behind it. I just
Nick
executed.
took the
T,
picture.
Nick T met Otis, and we'll have more on that coming up in a little
Oh, wait,
bit.
it's on my.
Was he nice?
You're a
Like,
very
when you
nice
did
guy.
the
Oh
meet
my
and
god,
greet,
the
was he a
best.
good guy?
Oh, you can tell. You can tell by the way he acts. He's a
get
very
on it.
nice guy.
Like you would meet him if you had the chance.
if I was in that world and Otis was doing like a meet and greet,
You would go.
as long as it was a reasonable price,
Right,
I would
it's
go.
$150.
150, I would do. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You're sick.
Well, how long do I get a photo and I get to like
Photo, you
talk?
have like a 30-second conversation when you could shake his
Oh,
hand.
that's a steal. Yeah, I'd 100% do that.
Steal?
Okay.
Well, think about it. He's okay. You can disparage Otis as much as you
No,
want.
I think no. As
If Otis, and to everyone, if Otis didn't exist, UDS and Yugioh and all the Valkyrians would not exist.
I'm
And
not-
that's just a
True.
fact.
I'm not-
That's a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you. He's the
Question. Space
reason.
Cowgirl said, "Would you get a Funko signed by him?"
Yeah. I'd get a Funko of him. Oh my god, dude. Imagine they released an Otis Funko Pop.
There's something wrong with it.
There'd be
I mean-
6 of them on the wall.
Yeah, I had to get the chase, bro. One glows in the dark.
No, actually, no. The chase would be him as the creator. Like
And
with
the
the
other ones
cloak.
are the Otis?
And the other one would be regular
I could see
Otis.
that. I could see that.
That'd be pretty cool. Yu-Gi-Oh does not have a chase. There's never been a Yu-Gi-Oh chase
Right.
release.
And if that
Until
was the
now.
first one, you should feel
also, the first spin-off Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah,
character.
you should feel dirty about that. Like that doesn't feel right.
I wouldn't.
Amen.
I don't think the chat would agree.
I'm going to send my suggestion. I'm going to take a picture of that wall and send it into Funko.com. Say, I'm a big fan. Please, could you do an Otis? He's one of the fan favorites from 7. They won't know. They don't probably watch
Dude,
the show.
if that somehow happened, I know for a fact Aura is driving up here and beating the shit out of you. I know for a fact
You'd be
that
debilitated.
is happening.
I would try to compromise with her by giving her an Otis Funko
I
Pop.
think she would love that.
I
dude.
think that would make it infinitely worse.
You would at the very least get pied in the face again, and it wouldn't be a
Oh,
soft pie
man.
to the
Maybe
face.
This is
your,
just
your nose might
crazy.
almost break too.
Oh, this is crazy. Lorena, thank you for the $2 donation. No matter how insane the episodes you miss could be, take care of yourself first. It sucks when you can't do something you love, but you know you'll be back and we'll all be waiting. Just listen to the professionals while recovering afterward. Absolutely,
Very
Lorena.
true. For sure.
October 3rd, I have surgery. Can't say a word until the 10th. My first time speaking again will be with the speech pathologist, so
Let's go.
which is how it should be. So, yeah, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm not going to rush myself back. Could be that, like, in the beginning of November, I'm only on here to give my, like, thoughts in, like, a 5-10 minute, and then I have to
you
leave.
gotta ease it into it.
Yeah, but by mid-November, I should be back to 100%.
Let's go.
Should
Get you
be.
eating that turkey. You'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Brian Ford, thank you for the $2 donation. It's funny that in one episode, Kuaidul is more fun and interesting than Otis was in 92 episodes of Sevens. But man, Kuaidul is so cool. He kind of gives me Pegasus vibes with how he acts like a showman. I love the joy he takes in manipulating the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene where he took control of UDS and was like
The puppet thing. Yeah.
He reminded me of SpongeBob and
Dude,
like
it's
Squidward
literally
dancing.
that thing.
And
You
that.
have to feel it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally it.
No, it was really really good. Like Squidward with the.
I love that he's evil, but he's also just this amazing showman.
He is.
He
He reminds me
loves
of
it.
Jay. Yeah, he
He's
reminds me
having
of Jake
the time
Goes
of his
Online.
life.
They love.
Yeah.
Jake Goes Online. Like
Yeah.
if we had to do all of us, Jake Goes Online is that character.
Yeah.
Who are you in this world? Be real. Don't be who you want to be. Be logical. Who would you be?
Who would I be in the
George
Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush
Jersey.
world?
Yeah.
George Jersey.
No.
I could see you being like, for whatever reason, like Tremolo.
It's not a bad
I
thing.
feel like I could.
I was
or
gonna
up
say London, and it's sad that he's the first character that came to my mind because he's on my Mount Rushmore of the worst characters in the show.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Then. That
And
makes sense.
he's the first. I'm just being honest.
Who's
He's-
Calibro in this world?
Calibro would be. Yeah, I know.
There's
The
no
fir-
hunt
fir-
equivalent.
no, the
Chad he.
no, you're not
Nah.
chatty.
Honestly, I could see you more. You're the popular guy. I could see you being the Udius. I could see it.
I'm trying to think who's
So
like.
I'm just getting
And then,
manipulated.
and then someone's manipulating.
Yeah.
it. I could-
Thank
and
you
may-
for the
may kill it.
dono.
Actually, Jake Goes Online in manipulating it. How do you feel about that?
I'm trying to
Jake's a
think.
good guy.
He
Not anymore.
Yeah, there's nobody that has like an absurd amount of. Oh no, he would be the butler, the
Oh, here
Luke
we go.
Camijo butler.
Why?
Why? Because he
He's
has money.
We don't even know if he has money. He just lives in the
Dumb.
house and serves
Dumb.
the one with money.
Here, ready? I'll even play it for you. There's the cha-ching
If,
for you, buddy.
if anything, he would be epic.
I can't
Epoch.
figure out who Nick T would be.
The Mad Gasser that walked past.
Yes.
That looks like something Nick T I feel like would wear.
I
in
would
a-
definitely wear
That,
that.
that's
go-
all he is.
But
in that
also,
world.
like, if you saw me wearing that not in the context of Mad Gasser, I would be nervous.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I'd be really concerned with what's going on.
Yeah. So
Who was there a guy that worked closely with Rovian? I know Kawhi, but I'm trying to think music
I
characters.
appreciate that, bro.
What, like just one of Rovian's bandits?
I could see
Yeah.
that. What if like you're just the male version of Go Hyuna? You're really just hyping her up.
Well, I thought he would be the male version of Go Hyuna if we're doing like girl and guy versions because Go Hyuna owns a company. I mean, she runs a company
That is
and
true.
like
That's a good
so
point.
does
That is a good
Asaka,
point.
though.
so does
yeah,
Asaka.
but he doesn't have the mentality of Asaka.
I think
No,
He's not
I-
ruthless like
No,
that.
I like Go Hyuna more. I think it's a compliment. I like Go Hyuna. No, it is a compliment. I like Go
And like
Hyuna more.
She's doing great
he comes
now.
across
Yeah.
the love of his life. He's just simping hard. I could see it.
Which one?
And you're competing with another person. It's like Asaka, I guess, would be Russo and type of thing.
Well, now that's the end of the.
All right. Yeah.
Or I'll do it myself.
I'll do it.
All right, we're done.
Unbelievable.
We're done. We took an exercise, and there it is. We found the line.
Guys,
All right.
I'm putting in my 2 weeks.
God.
And Dredge put in his 2 weeks as well. So
Yeah, and
this
I'm
guy.
going on the shelf.
dropping-
so-
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
hey, we're back, baby. All right, go to that donut.
Maddie,
best
thank
episode.
you for the $200 donation,
Yurt.
dude. Holy shit, man. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Let's go all out tonight. Hope the surgery goes well. Thank you and everyone else for
Thank you,
what you
Maddie.
do. Thank you all for being incredible. So dinner is on me. Maddie, thank
you.
you
Wow.
so
Thank you so
freaking
much.
much. That is an insane donation. Thank to everybody tonight. You guys have been insanely kind with the donations and the messages and the support. Of course, me getting surgery October 3rd. Thank you so much, Maddie. Maddie, I don't know if you were here, but I like, and I know he'd appreciate this, I likened this last month to the premature death arc that we just finished in Jujutsu Kaisen, where I'm that girl that's getting ready to be sacrificed for the Star Vessel. These guys are like Gojo and Geto trying to keep me safe. They got, that guy's walking around New York City ready to try to kill me like Megami's father. So, but I'm doing all these fun things right before my, end. And man,
Just don't say it like
it feels
that.
great. No, but that's but
I
that,
mean, like, come on.
Well, he's going to be what's his name?
I mean, that's how it feels, man.
What's the guy's name? he? Starts with
The
T.
Star Vessel.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
the
so-
Star Vessel guy. Oh, Tengen.
Tengen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna be within Tengen, so it's
Right.
fine.
And I
But-
changed
but
my
just-
mind. Right as I changed my mind, I'm talking to Pete about it. Pete's been sworn to protect me. And then the
Whoa,
Dela Cruz walks in.
It's a major spoiler.
Sorry, that is. Oh, you're right. That's major.
And I knew he was gonna do it
That's
too.
me.
And I
I'm
just
so
let it
sorry.
happen.
Oh, yeah, that's messed up. I'm sorry.
Oh God. I'm lightheaded. Oh,
Cal-
and then he just walks
Caliber's
in.
on his deathbed because he was also trying to protect me, and Dela Cruz just.
I can see he's the go-to in that situation, just because then he goes to another level
Well, then
too
immediately
afterwards.
I do like how
though.
I made you ghetto.
Immediately
Well,
after you come out,
it's fitting.
Yeah,
because
and-
also I would be pitted against Caliber.
And Nick T's
Yeah, what's up,
Nanami's
baby?
and Nick T's Nanami's partner.
Oh, what the hell? Come on, I can't even be Nanami. I have to be his partner.
Oh my God!
Who's like,
You're the
I
guy
want
in the
help.
opening who
Yeah.
gets the cold soda on his neck and just like,
Holy
get out of here.
shit! We're on some other shit.
I'm
tonight,
so
man.
excited to go on my missions. Bro is stoked.
Well, Dredger would
Holy-
probably be Nanami.
Ah,
So
shit.
Dredger's upset. I mean, he's
No,
not.
the treasure is absolutely Totem.
Yeah, rip
There's
my
no way.
Right,
he's not.
right. So I guess he's not involved in this.
No,
Well, that's
no,
why he's not here.
Right,
yeah.
because he doesn't want to take the blame for it.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you.
He doesn't want to go overtime.
All right, let's get back, Maddie, man. If it wasn't for you, I think I was the first one in our friend group to actually start Jujutsu Kaisen. If it wasn't for you suggesting it to me and suggesting it to everyone, I don't know.
I'm in love with it, dude.
Did he watch it before I did?
I think so.
I don't
I
know.
know
If
you
you,
finished it
Have
before
you
me.
finished the first season?
No, I haven't. Not even close.
That one scene in the cafe.
I don't
I'm
know
not-
if our
I'm
friend
not
group would have
caught up.
picked it up. So, Maddie, man, thank you for
Yeah,
turning
man.
this
Huge
on.
props
Dude.
to Maddie.
What's been an
Absolutely.
amazing show, dude.
I love it.
Can't wait to see you again, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Maddie wanted. We have a watch along with him. I'm just gonna have to participate in text. I'm not gonna.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just staring at the screen,
Yeah.
just tears
Just
rolling
Soy
down.
Jack memeing. Just-
I could see it.
Lorraine, Maddie, thank you again. Lorena, thank you for the $2 donation. Please, please, please prove you can actually write Villains Studio Bridge. I'm fine with the writing so far, but I'm worried about the landing of this considering what happened during Sevens. I think that's a totally fair statement. I'm
absolutely.
I'm on board with it. I will say in defense of the studio, I think they actually did write a very good villain story in Yugioh. Now, we don't look at Yugioh as a villain. I don't think every threat of a season needs to necessarily be a villain when it's all said and done.
That's
Like, we don't
fair.
view Revolver as an antagonist. He's the rival, but he played that villain role in that first season of Reigns.
He was trying to launch a worldwide EMP.
No,
kind of,
he
so,
played that
I
role. Oh, yeah,
mean,
100%. No, he was the main antagonist
we
of that
can't
arc.
forget that he did. There was some serious
Oh, yeah.
crimes.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
ready to shut
So-
everything down.
So I think the studio has written Yugioh very well, wrote Yugioh very well when he was the threat. But let's wrap it up here at the end, Lorena. You're right to be nervous about it. I'm nervous about it as well. So let's
Revolver was right.
wrap it up at the end here. Brian
Well,
Ford.
dangerous.
Well, I guess we'll blame Crow, Maddie. And thank you again, man. I can't tell you how much you mean to me. I'm happy you're a friend, and I'm happy. It is poetic. The last time we did GTA night, I was able to run you over with a car, and that was
Where
no.
did that come from?
But like that, well, Nicole inspired me because she did the same thing to him the 2 GTA nights ago.
That broke him.
Sure.
Yeah, he mentioned it, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna have to do the same to you." And I
I don't know what that has to do with this, though.
I
think
don't
he's
know.
one of the
It was
No,
just
no, I'm
poetic.
grateful.
It was
I'm
just
grateful.
poetic.
He's a good friend. He's a good friend. Brian
What's
Ford, thank you for the $2 donation. I like how this arc is connecting Yugioh and Phaser. Both were manipulated. Tremolo and Denois realizing how similar they are, and Phaser choosing Yugioh to duel on his behalf. They really have this sort of unspoken bond of acknowledgement. Yeah,
That's true. Very true.
it's funny because when Tremolo and Denois dueled, we thought that was maybe going to lead to a Yugioh Phaser duel. It actually was the opposite, right?
Yeah.
They kind of realized how similar they are, and I think it brought everyone closer, where they both went maybe to their leaders off screen and said, hey, you can work with them. Like, they're fine.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how Yugioh
I
and
vouch for
Phaser.
them. They're chill.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was a vibe check.
And obviously, Yugioh does respect Denois a lot,
passed
even though he doesn't look like he respects or likes anyone. But he had Denois' cards in his deck.
Honestly, I was shocked his interaction with Asaka in this episode, which is like, well, we're leaving it to you, and like even that moment of affirmation, I'm like, I mean, that was kind of respectful.
Yeah.
Like it's very. I mean, you're picking at scraps in terms of getting his praise. You get his praise, you're feeling great.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You're feeling like Jordan in Game 6. I mean, you're feeling...
You're feeling the flu game.
Well, he
Yeah.
may
Just
have
overcome
actually
it.
hung over.
Crystal Golden, thank you for the $2 donation. My boy Yuhi is being the main character of this arc. They are following his plan, his orders. Their reactions tell me they never expected him to be the head of Plan C, what was Plan A if Yuna and Asaka's plan was Plan B? Plan A might have been maybe Yuumu just protecting her cards with that,
That's what I think.
you know?
And that fail.
Or Plan A may have been just destroying the relic.
Right.
That also could be it.
Yeah,
It's
so
either of those two.
Plan
for
A,
sure.
even though it was never said straight up, it was one of those two.
I feel like Plan A, I agree with that, was protecting. Plan B was like, hey, that doesn't work. We destroy the relic, and now we're on to Plan C.
And Plan C, I think Yuhi just made it up. Now, how'd you come up with Plan C? I just kind of made it up as I go.
So
I
I'm
mean,
not good with plans.
I'm not good with
clues.
Brian Ford, thank you for the $2 donation. I really love how Phaser and Yugioh were the two people most changed and helped by Udius, and now both of them are trying to help Udius when he is in danger of falling to manipulation like they did. It's a good way to end their redemption arcs. Said that earlier during the
True.
main discussion.
Yep.
I love the symbolism of it being Phaser
Yep.
and Yugioh, the two biggest
It's a
threats of
dream
the
matchup.
show.
I wanted this.
Yeah, trying to shut down
Needed
Udius.
We've
Me
been waiting
too.
for it.
I'll just wait till you see what 77 is.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going to get to 77 at 10:20, so just wait 6 minutes.
Okay.
Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation. If you guys had the chance to do a dramatic entrance, what would it be like? A lot of smoke,
Yeah.
A lot of
you need
fog.
Fog, yeah.
thunderstruck going.
Yeah.
I can actually see you
Yeah.
coming out to that, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be mine.
And it's hilarious.
I feel like mine would be the stadium goes dark,
Mhm.
some kind of like some creepy vibe,
Like
music going on.
Undertaker-ish?
Yeah.
but not like that, but like somewhere across between the late great Bray Wyatt and Undertaker.
That's what I was
somewhere
thinking,
in the
yeah.
middle
Go
of that. I feel like that'd feel a good villain kind of creepy vibe.
You're wearing all white, being slowly dropped to midfield from a helicopter, just going like that.
Honestly, why not?
Wow.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, like
Wow.
Actually, that'd be a good visual. All white, but in a dark arena, just
Yeah.
walking in with the hood on, like that. That could be a good look.
yeah.
That could
Yeah.
be a good look.
Like,
and
a
like
like an
bedazzled.
Assassin's Creed
you could, be-
almost.
you
like-
could, yeah, like, and you could have like a bedazzled kind of look to it.
Okay.
That'd be pretty nice.
I
Maybe
see
like
it.
I don't know, maybe like a red stripe and everything on it.
That would be cool.
I think that'd look good.
Calvers, yours. I
Here we
know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say.
walk out in a suit with bags of money?
No, I was actually gonna say to a sea.
Mr. Money in the Bank.
I was gonna say to a sea shanty. There's just like 8
Actually,
Jack
I
And I
dudes.
no, and I have like
Just,
a
you
I have
know.
like a pirate themed outfit on.
Yeah.
And
you
you
get,
know
like,
what? I'll have the
marching
treasure chest. How about that?
Stomping
There's your
and
money. There's your
clapping
money.
as they
Yo
go.
ho, the Calibro comes and
Honestly,
to
that-
bring us sugar and tea
that
and
would be
rum.
pretty lit.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Dude,
gonna lie.
You just hear like the sounds of the sea come on, and then like the horns come in. And
That
just-
actually would be. You know,
'Cause
why is
at
that not a
first
gimmick
I,
yet?
at first, I
Yeah.
thought he was really clowning you there.
Yeah,
but
me too.
That's sick. No,
You
I-
could, you would kind of be a
And
fan favorite.
I talk in like a little pirate accent and always reference like got it keeping the ship straight like on its course and all this stuff.
that takes commitment and creativity.
And yours, I would imagine,
What do you think?
He
guy
comes
in a
out with an
piano
acoustic guitar.
playing "How to Save a Life" by the Fray. You come
What?
out with
And
tears in your eyes.
and the rage just fills my face.
Crumbled up piece of paper in your hand, but we don't know what's on it.
Yeah, it's part of the character arc to
It's like
figure out.
it's like a will or something that he's not happy about.
You had some good ideas.
Thank you.
That's funny.
This,
Thank
we
you.
got to get the new WWE and try to make that happen again.
My God.
I don't think you can do it.
Phaser the
think we
Abyss
do it.
Slayer, thank you for the $2
Phil's got a lot of
donation.
time in his hands.
Somehow this episode
will.
made the whole Phaser 180 a lot more bearable. Hearing him talk about being manipulated and him seeing the same signs with Udius meant a lot more than being told Phaser was being manipulated like every episode by other characters. Fully agree. I thought this was a really, really, really good episode for Phaser. Made me kind of care about him again when I sold all my stock because of the 180 they did. So I agree with that fully. Aura, thank you for the $2 donation. Watching this episode live while tipsy and slightly head high was bomb as hell. Also, shout out to Pete for our bar hopping adventures on Saturday. Took DC by storm, from what I
DC
heard.
by storm. Yeah, we were together the whole time.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Some good memories there. We're about to have some more.
Yeah.
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 About to have some more.
That is amazing, and I'm happy.
Yeah,
So-
thanks for your live translating there. From what we could hear, because the music
and she was
very loud.
crossfaded while she was translating because she
You
just
love
she,
using
no,
that
she
word.
confirmed it. She confirmed it.
Did she say crossfaded?
Well,
I didn't hear crossfaded.
well, let's take a look.
No, she said the head high from the hookah and
Okay,
slightly
she
tipped.
said, all right, so
tipsy.
that actually do it.
She said
close.
tipsy and slightly high.
So you
No,
you
she
took
said-
that as crossfaded.
She said head high.
Oh, right, head high. My
Yeah, that kind of
apologies.
feels like an assumption.
No,
to
my
be- to be
apologies. I
fair,
misread it.
To be fair, that's two different things affecting her, so
make
it
a
is a
cross-
crossfade.
It is.
I would say that's a crossfade.
Now, here's
It's
the-
very
Here's
impressive.
the craziest thing.
It's very grown up.
Of the weekend, right?
Yes, yeah.
So the hookah comes out, right? They have hookah. Trail gets it.
Okay.
Yeah.
$61
We gotta
for the
split
hookah.
it. Yeah.
Right? Totally reasonable price.
Yeah.
That's for standing up at the bar with it.
Right. Okay.
To sit down at the table,
Right.
the same device.
Yeah.
To just sit at the table, 3 feet away.
Yeah.
$750.
$750.
$750.
How many?
Tell me how that makes sense.
How many people does the table sit?
4 or 5. I mean, it was couches and like outside, like like deck chairs.
Right.
Like it wasn't a fancy table.
I was figuring like, oh, maybe you
No.
split it amongst more
3
people.
feet
No.
from where
No.
Trell was standing.
No, you got to be.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
was crazy.
No, that is
That
absolutely
is
ridiculous.
absurd.
Highway robbery, man.
Hopefully we have
All right.
another Trell pick.
We're going to do 1 or 2 super chats. I want to thank all of you guys for being here. And then we're getting into the summaries for 76, 77, and the titles for 78, 79. Cal, take it away.
Okay, I'm gonna jump around just a tiny bit here.
Please do, man.
because we had a couple of new members and a gifted member, so I'm just gonna shout those out first. So Tyler DeBoer has become a member at Raw Yellow.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler. Loop has become a member at Raw Yellow as
Thank
well.
you, Loop.
Dude, I
Thank
miss
you,
Luke.
Loop. And then
always be by your
You
streams.
must always be in my
and then
streams.
TNX Railways gifted 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything membership to our friend Ryan Dredger.
Ryan
I know that
Dredger.
guy.
Thank
Um,
you, Loop.
Uh,
And Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. Okay. And then Angie has been a member for 14 months at Slifer Red.
Thank you, Angie. 14 months.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
Angie
Yeah.
said, wow, corrected clock? Damn. Thanks, Nick T.
Well, now, why do you think it was Nick T?
I mean, they saw
don't
it
know.
on stream, man.
Oh, that's
Was
right.
it on stream?
It was on Friday night stream.
Oh, what? That's right. It was
Yeah.
on Friday night stream.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
so
was
you
Nick
found
T.
the remote.
Yeah.
It took him
It
30
was,
seconds.
It was under some papers on top of it.
Figured that. Yeah. Okay.
And then he was like, no batteries. I'm like, well, just take it from the TV.
And then
and log it.
you were going the opposite way on
Yeah,
the
then we had
top.
to actually started counting up. We had to reset the whole thing, but it was an easy fix.
That's fine. You fixed it.
Got it.
TNX Railways has been a member for 20 months at Raw Yellow.
Oh, year.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Thomas.
And Thomas said, too far behind on Go Rush, but hope surgery goes okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing takeover? Yu-Gi-Oh!
Thomas, thank you, my
Nothing.
man. And I will say you are far behind on Go Rush. That's fine. Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 should almost definitely be announced within 93 days. No, it's a chance for people that maybe want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime again, but feel like intimidated to watch the current one because we're so many episodes.
Right.
Maybe it's like, oh, you know what?
Unless they're all tied together, and now then it becomes really intimidating.
True.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 is going to be a
Don't.
master rule. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, but
It just might be.
I think it would be crazier and more shocking if they go, hey, we're going a whole nother year.
yeah.
Imagine they did
yeah.
that.
They won't do that.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I kind of would like that. Hang out with these characters a little bit more.
No, I'd be fine with that, but it does feel like
Well,
the show
we will,
is.
and
it-
we
I
will
guess,
in 9.
yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll hang out with them in 9.
It's possible. Thank you guys for all the channel memberships. Appreciate it.
Oh, rush.
You want me to do one more donation?
Yeah,
while
do you
I'm-
have one that is about the next week or anything?
Back to the future.
No, but I have something of importance. How about
Okay.
that?
Okay.
So Colin Cleaves donated $20.
Thank you, Colin.
And this was way early on before a JC confirmation.
Okay.
But Colin said, on top of a great episode with the most ironic timing for an Otis reveal, I am happy to announce I was given the days off from work so that I may RSVP for Jump Festa in December. And he said, that's right, I'm the opposite of
We
JC.
are having a night.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of, chat. This is
what
exactly what it is. I do.
dreams
I mean,
are made of.
Unbelievable. I mean, what's going on? I mean, I thought
Yeah.
on Friday I had a hype-filled guest stream.
You did?
You want to talk about this
did?
Jump Festa? Might be the most hyped we've ever done.
We're going to have 40 people, a dog,
Bark,
a,
bark.
a 6-foot sub.
I mean, with a Judite
there might
picture.
be people here that I don't even know who they are.
I mean, you might disappear during the night.
I might go.
Might go.
I might go.
Might go. Cal might take over the stream.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 gets
Again?
announced. It's something crazy. I leave. What if they say, hey, it's the end of Yu-Gi-Oh?
That
Good.
Then I'm
Hey,
definitely
all
taking over.
I can guarantee you 3 things.
Yeah.
3 things. You overhyping things on Jump Festa.
Okay, I agree
Okay.
with that.
Good vibes.
I agree with
Good
that.
vibes.
Great vibes.
Getting wasted.
Yeah,
that's what I can guarantee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's my
And you
favorite
can't,
that way.
you can't guarantee much in life. That is something you can guarantee.
Can guarantee it.
Taxes,
Book
and
it.
that's my
getting
promise
wasted
to
at Jump
you.
Festa.
Colin goes, I immediately regret this decision.
I'm a politician. That's my part of my speech, and I guarantee to you, I will be getting drunk.
Colin, thank you for the super chat, man, and I appreciate the status update. Yeah, it's gonna be something out of a movie. I'll tell you.
One hell of a night.
No, it really is. I mean, we're gonna have 20, 30, 40 people
one,
gathered in
not
this
two.
space. Jump Festa on the telly. Yu-Gi-Oh 9 about to be shown. Yu-Gi-Oh 9 gets announced, and we are popping the bottles of
Please,
champagne.
please.
It is going
stop.
to be
Legend.
we can
Wait
pop
for it.
champagne.
Dairy.
You don't want to pop. You don't want to pop champagne.
I want
Listen, we talked about that gesture on stream that you have to make it look better than you do. We talked about this many streams.
Yeah, you're right.
Over and over.
I forgot about
What
it.
gesture?
Why do you want to become a walking GIF? Like, why?
No,
why do
I-
you want to become one?
I'm trying to show me
You try to
popping
be
a
with
bottle.
with the cool kids.
Well, how would you pop a bottle of champagne?
I mean, like, you have to.
You
first
do
of all,
this, you get it, you
can't
go
do it above. You have to do it up here,
Yeah.
right?
That's
And
what I'm-
You're not though.
See,
You're
now-
we're gonna leave it there.
Oh,
We're gonna leave it there, and we'll correct it off stream.
Yeah,
You
we'll
can't-
talk about it.
I don't think it's a good idea if we imitate the gesture without the bottle in our hands.
Why not?
Okay, can you actually get? So what is it? There's Jean-Michel wine, right? And
we're gonna have to
Rajay.
do some research.
Because I'd love to get Jean-Michel Rajay alcohol here
So we just mix them together.
in honor of the legendary Jean-Michel Rajay.
What
He-
if he's the creator?
He's the main villain of
Well,
Yu-Gi-Oh 9.
I'll tell you, if he came back in Yu-Gi-Oh 9, I'd be okay with it. Because we don't know what happened to him in
I
Arc
mean-
5. No, I really would be. I'd be fine with
The
it.
fact that you say something like that is crazy.
No, and I fully mean
I
it.
know, and that's what's crazy.
But you could easily write him into one of these shows because we don't know what happened to him.
easily write him.
He went through a wormhole and he appeared in not Den City, that's brains, in Matsuba Town.
I mean,
It's not the craziest thing.
It's not.
I'm not saying like Yami Marek's gonna rise from the grave. I'm saying that Jean-Michel Rajay, a character who disappeared in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 through a dimensional wormhole that we never saw again, could show up in a different dimension. I think it's possible. Anyway,
Cal, stop the madness, please.
All right, Dylan, let me stop you right there.
Please.
We
Oh
got
my
a
God.
$100 super chat from Brooke Rayner.
Brooke, thank you so much, Brooke.
Thank you, Brooke. Dylan, Cal, Nick T, Pete, and Dredge. Thank you for all you do for the community. Started watching during the Into the Vrains days, and this podcast
Wow.
has always been an escape from a stressful day or hard time in life. Dylan, I hope your surgery goes well.
Brooke,
That's so sweet.
that is.
Thank
I
you,
mean, there's been
Brooke.
so many kind messages.
Again, Cal,
and-
the best kind of donation.
yeah.
My favorite.
Yo.
Brooke,
100%.
I also see here celebrate the first super chat from Brooke Raynor. So Brooke, thank you so much for that.
Wow. Thank you.
That is
Someone
insane.
who's been
first.
around all this time, and
Yep.
then that's their first donation.
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah,
crazy?
it is. But you know what? Like it's totally fine. You know, I
No,
mean,
absolutely.
yeah.
But like someone
that
that
it's
like,
so big.
They've been
yeah.
around this whole
I know.
time.
Well, there's so many people. Like if you think like there's maybe 30, 40 people that will comment, but think about it. Like at any point we have 100, 120 people in here. There's probably a lot of people that listen
just lurking.
afterwards that lurk in the
Yeah.
background, which is totally fine. Of course, I always say I love the lurkers here.
My lurkers.
But
he loves his
Brooke,
lurkers.
that is such a kind super chat. Thank you. And I do want to reiterate, as I'm getting older, I have a big surgery coming up as well. So I want to reiterate this. As long as the Yu-Gi-Oh anime continues to go, I will continue to go. I've said that since the Arc 5 Reigns days. My opinion on that has not changed in the slightest. As long as there is a weekly episodic Yu-Gi-Oh anime, I will do everything I can to make this podcast as good and enjoyable as it is. And honestly, I am 1/5 of this podcast. Pete, Nick T, Cal, Dredger are just as important to this production as I am. And
Thank you.
I mean
Thank
that.
you, Cal.
Thank you, bro.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, and DJ as well, you know, to interrupt promotions at the end. I mean,
Got him.
so thank you guys. You guys are incredible. I love meeting new people, seeing new names. Brooke is definitely a name I've seen, but you've definitely commented
Yep.
before.
Yeah.
Definitely. Brooke, thank you so freaking much. That is an insanely, insanely generous super chat. And again, you guys help me out so much mentally and socially, and I'm just grateful that I and this channel and this podcast has the same effect on you guys. So thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Summaries are here.
Summaries?
Yeah, they're
Let's
here.
do it.
All right. Brooke, thank you again. Let's get into the summaries.
Spoilers, by the way.
Spoilers are on the
Spoiler.
Classic Dill.
Oh, what? Not.
We should get a spoiler button. We have to get a spoiler sound.
Or,
on.
or at least like an alert that pops up.
No, like on the stream deck.
Yeah.
Just hit it.
Man, you guys have me shaking with these big donations and super chats. I am hyped, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 is 92 days away. I mean, come on, man.
Here we
Let's
go.
freaking go.
Throat, man. Jesus.
I mean, no, now I'm getting pumped because now you guys are pumping me up.
Man.
I'm getting pumped up by you three. I'm getting pumped up by that clock. Tick tock.
I think also, I'm going to
tock.
say it right now. We're about to go into spooky season here in October. Maybe you don't have your Halloween costume picked out. I think you should commit to the bit. Dress as Otis. That's what I think you should do.
No, because I can't talk. I won't be able to talk by Halloween.
Commit to the bit.
I think I need to be a mime.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I mean, but also Otis, how much does he really say?
Not much.
Not much.
Not much.
I feel like you could do it. God, that would be so annoying.
I
will
love
literally put.
He can be Mr. Mime.
You remember what happened to Rally? That's what's gonna happen to you.
That's
Oh, Dill, you
big
could
threat.
be.
I thought it was a good
Dill,
impression.
you could be Mr. Goha and just go ha ha ha.
I'd have to have an automated voice box.
Yeah,
to
just
do
just
that.
press the button.
There's
I could
a lot
do
of
that.
problems with that.
There's a lot of problems with
Yeah.
a lot of us.
Okay.
Thanks, Nick T. I
Pete,
agree.
do you want to read 76?
Sure. Proto-Velgear. Created on a planet at the edge of the universe, he gradually obtained more comrades and gave rise to a massive civilization in the Velgear cluster. One day, he was drawn to rush duels, setting everything in motion in the process. The shocking truth will now be revealed as Kuaidul-Velgear, the first of the Kurumata, makes his entrance.
Ooh, that sounds epic. That sounds like
Nick T, you're going to read 77,
Oh,
my
I
friend.
sure am. Episode 77, The Creator. It's time for the final battle of the Galaxy Cup. Udius faces off against Yuhi, but ends up clashing against Kuaidul and getting trapped in his mental world.
Oh.
Just what are the memories sealed deep within Kuaidul's mind? Yuhi will now put an end to Velgear's sorrowful creation story. What is going on?
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bulgaria.
Bye-bye, Quadu. I mean, that's where we're at.
I don't know.
But he is the creation story,
Yeah,
right?
he's
I
part
mean,
of the
he's
he's
the first one.
He is a part of creation.
But Nick T, read the title of 77 again.
The Creator.
Is it possible that the very last episode I'll be able to do before I have to go on leave for a little bit,
It would feel right.
Otis shows up
It would feel
in
right.
the
would feel good.
flesh?
In the
we can only hope.
flesh.
It's possible,
Shows
ladies
up,
and
just
gents.
punches Judius right in the face.
So I think Zuijo is gonna have to pass the baton here, right? I mean, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds
I
like.
think so.
What are you doing there?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Showing off the
trying
gun
to look
show,
cool.
huh?
Cal, do you
good.
want to
It
read
looks good.
78 and 79, my friend?
Episode 78. Idiot moment 88.
What?
And 79.
Episode 79. Quaidul Space Time.
So
he's
now,
still there.
So he's still there in 79, which is a good sign for the people like me that are very worried.
Idiot.
That being said, he could just be on their side by 79.
We don't know.
He could be. So him being in the title doesn't mean, oh, he's still there. He's going to be a threat. We don't know that.
Could be anything.
Could be anything. Could be that they're going back to space. I mean, that's what it
Why not?
kind of implies, right?
Thank
you
I have a much darker thought in my head, though.
78. Now you know why I've been saying I think 77 will be the end of this arc. Not only is it the 13th episode, 78 feels like a very jokey title,
It was
right?
going to be an epoch
Idiot
episode.
Time 88.
That's a good point. Yeah, it actually probably will. I
Idiot
didn't think of
moment.
that. It'll probably be an epoch episode.
It could be. It also could be like a recap. We haven't had a recap this show yet, so they might just have like a recap going over things to just give the show a little bit of a break because these episodes have been
Epoch
crazy.
reveal the box comes off.
Yeah,
Wow.
could get that.
Oh.
To see unbrushed hair?
Let's do it. Hey, that felt like an unnecessary shot. And how much you
It
apologize.
doesn't.
No, I won't. I will not
That's
apologize.
messed up.
Yeah.
You're gonna look Alfred right in the face. as the guardian of that girl, and you're gonna say that.
I mean, you know what? What I'm going to say is he's working with what he's got. You know, I think he's only so much you can do. I will give that man.
She's
some
the
grace.
future of the company. She's the heir.
Well, she should start acting like it.
She's like 8.
Hiding in a box isn't going to get you anywhere.
She's a young
You
kid.
got to learn these life lessons early.
Angie, thank you for the $110 donation.
Okay, get her out of here.
I mean,
Get her
yeah,
outta
this is
here.
just crazy.
Get out
Just crazy. Guys, thank you so much. Really, I
mean, they're basically paying for your funeral. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's messed up.
every big donation, Dela Cruz just smiles a little more.
That's like 4 times in this episode.
He's just wandering.
I'd love to have him on as an After
Yeah.
Dark guest.
And you know what the sick thing is? Part of me believes you.
If he reached out to me, I would 100% be down for him because I'd love to get his
And
perspective.
which one?
Either one. Let's have them both on at the same time.
God.
They're just sitting at a noodle
Let's
restaurant.
have some chaotic energy. Me and Nick T are filming it. You, both of them, Calibro. Let's do it. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I
there.
mean,
Wow.
that
I just
would
want to see
be-
what I want to know what's gonna happen.
That would be absurd.
And Nick T and I do one of those
I'm in.
off-camera interviews where you don't see us, but we're
Oh, I
asking the
love
questions.
that. I
think it's
love
perfect. Can't wait.
What really happened in California?
Oh my god.
Ooh, all right, let's move on.
Do you care to elaborate on this now deleted TikTok?
I think what happens when Dredger is here
Yeah,
is the
we're not
baseline of
grounded.
keeping us together.
Yeah, we're not grounded
just
enough.
we're flying like a balloon. Like we're gone.
I try, but like I just enjoy the chaos way too much.
Dredger is literally the line of the balloon that is tied to the
Yes.
fence in the
Yeah.
backyard, and without it, we're floating anywhere.
Angie, thank you for the $110 donation. That's how much a subscription to Natural Reader is for a year. Premium membership, not sponsored. Please take advantage of text-to-speech programs, Dylan. We live in the future for a reason. I'll
That's
definitely
very
look
nice.
into
That might
that.
be one of the most thoughtful donations.
No, it
we've ever
Yeah.
done.
really is, and it's very unnecessary in terms of how much it is. I'm just gonna say this because, well, actually, I'll wait one moment on it. But Angie, I will look into that. I probably need some text to speech program just to
to get
communicate
by.
with Ivrea the first week that
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
be.
that'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, so
Unless you all of a sudden know sign language.
no, and I don't want to have to like text everything out. Like it would be good to just have like speaking, or like I can like say like a really like funny joke and like walk into a room and play. it. I know I can't laugh.
Definitely use it for comedic purposes, but try not to make yourself laugh.
I know I make
No,
myself
that's-
crack up all the time.
I know.
Dredger was
With
streaming
the
today.
stupidest thing.
Dredger was streaming today, and I was in his stream, and I did like a prediction. Not a prediction, a poll, and the poll was: the Big Kahuna offers you a coconut from the tree. Do you 1 accept it, 2 reject it? Dredger's like, the Big Kahuna. I mean, I don't really understand the poll, but like he had no idea it was me. But I guess I'd accept it, right? I think it's really insulting if you don't accept it from the Big Kahuna.
really gave
He
it
thought
thought.
it was like Dak or Angie.
I mean that.
and then
there's something really wrong with you.
so 5 minutes later, I write Israel Kawi, somewhere over the rainbow
Kaweaway,
guy,
yeah.
Kaweaway, asks you for a ukulele. Do you 1 give it to him, 2 keep it for yourself? And Dredger's like, I think that's the guy that. Well, I think Dylan's asked me this before, and that's when it got suspicious. And I'm at my desk. I mean, I got tears in my eyes.
You're at the office.
Yes,
You're a sick man.
Just laughing
Wait,
to
hold on,
myself.
Hold on, because you can't make. As far as I know, maybe I'm wrong. You can't make those polls on mobile.
No, I was on my desktop.
Okay, so that's what I thought. What is wrong with you? How are you pulling that up at work? What is
in
what is
the office?
literally wrong with you?
I was in the office, but I have 2 monitors, so I was doing work
IT's
on one.
just like, what the
you still
fuck?
can't do it.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't, but
Yeah, that's all right.
it's okay.
If they didn't want him on Twitch, they
would've
wouldn't allow
blocked
the
him.
same.
I can
Blocked
see
at my other
I can
job.
see the tears.
No, I was crying.
I can see it.
I was crying, and then the more Dredger started realizing, and he was like, the whole time I'm thinking it's Dak, and Dak's like, why would you think it's me?
why
the
would it
Big
be
Kahuna offers you a coconut.
Dude, you are out of your
Oh
mind.
man, I was
You are
crying.
something
You're
else,
on your
brother.
ass,
Angie,
dude.
thank you. That is a very thoughtful gift, and I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much, Angie. Well, actually, we got to pick very quickly.
Oh shit!
Very quickly,
okay.
I would love to know what
I don't know.
Who are we picking?
What?
Who are we picking?
Dylan is organized chaos. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, he is.
Sometimes not even organized.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him.
We are picking.
It's like when it reminds me of when you would stream, and I would just send you the most
Oh
unhinged
my
things to get you to
God.
open on the stream.
I'm just like,
and a lot of times they would relate to something you say, but I took it in the most extreme
oh
direction
my God,
possible.
dude! Every time I'm just cracking up. Like I can't show.
All right, we
or
got a
say
poll here.
this right now.
We got a poll. Who wins? Team. And now we're assuming this probably will not count officially for our Pick'em League
Right.
because
We don't know what the hell's going on.
yeah, we don't know what the hell's going on. I think Elaine has been doing a very, very good job of keeping track. So I got to get the score from her.
all that.
Yeah, she's done a very, very good job of that. No pressure, Elaine, if you haven't been. But anyway, we've got to make our pick here.
Gotta cook it.
UDS. And again, Kuaidul is going to get involved here. So, like, there's a lot of weird things going on in this duel, you know?
Where are we writing?
We'll do it in NFT's nuts.
Yeah, where's our chat?
I just typed it.
Her.
Yeah, I'm right here.
The hell? There we
Okay, let me know when you're ready. Ready?
are.
I think I'm ready. I don't know if I love it, but I think I'm ready.
It's a weird pick.
Yeah.
It's a weird pick.
Yeah.
Because Kuaidul is going to get involved, and I don't know if he's going to take over. All right, three,
What is this last meme, Kel?
3, 2, 1, send.
What's going on?
Okay.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay. We're all in agreement here.
Yeah, we literally all just called it different things. But we're
I
all-
know.
but it's
Not
the
a
same
single.
thing.
Yeah.
I know.
You, him.
So
These two pictures, they're the same.
So we, ladies and gentlemen, we are all picking against the main protagonist
Dude, yeah.
here.
Which is rare.
It's very rare. He's only lost twice, so it does not happen often.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's credence here.
you know, let's kind of go. I'll go first because then I have to use the restroom. Then I'll come back down. I think if UDS wins, it means the end for a lot of people. I don't think
agree.
it'd be an interesting direction. I don't think it's a direction they will go in. I think Kuaidul, his initial plans will be stopped. My hope is that he then has to regroup and then he gets more involved dueling wise and is still a threat. It's not what Yugioh was. Like, it's beyond this arc. It's beyond the debut arc. That's my hope, but I cannot see UDS defeating the gauntlet of Phaser, of Yugioh, and then ultimately of Yuhi.
Which is
We had our dark horse pick
Yeah.
that Yuhi was going to win this
Dark
tournament.
Horse MVP.
It's starting to seem, it's been his arc,
Yeah.
and it's starting to seem like it's going to come full circle here. Just seems like an obvious
Let
choice
him
for me.
cook.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll let you guys kind of just explain, touch on that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back.
All right, so as you heard, in agreement with everybody else, picking team you him, as Nick T so well put it. I don't know if you guys got the reference of the emojis I put in this time.
I didn't even look.
If you look at, I want to see if you understand the piece of it.
Let's see what we got here. We got
General.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about. It's the second emoji.
What country
Flag.
is that?
Chad. It's the flag for the
that
country,
is-
Chad.
that is
You're a genius.
that's brilliant. So you looked that up and then found that
So like,
flag.
we're saluting Chad He. That's what we're doing.
That is
Yeah.
That's legendary stuff right there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
really wanted to put a lot of
I like
a lot of soul.
I
and
would
effort
love
into
to
that
ask
one.
Dylan where the country of Chad is.
He would probably not know.
I think he would say Europe.
He honestly, I will ask him when he gets back.
Or South America. He would guess South America or Europe for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm kind of in agreement with Dylan in the fact that I think if UDS wins, it means a very dark, bad thing for a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people.
Everybody's dead.
And I just, maybe they can prove us wrong and do something crazy. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
They gotta. This is now the time where they save UDS instead of UDS saving them. Like, they have to defeat UDS to save him in kind of the same way.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So instead of him coming around and helping them defeat whoever it might be, they're helping UDS by literally defeating him.
yeah. No, that's exactly
Yeah.
how I feel.
Sorry, it's like a tongue twister going back
It
and
is,
forth.
yeah.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, I've picked. We
Mhm.
all we picked
Yeah,
unanimously.
we all picked the same.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely expressed the similar sentiments to you guys. I think This is like this duel was fated to happen. I mean, several episodes ago. I mean, I forget what even episode that was by the train, and just the way they're shaping up Yuhi, I can't with this guy. I can't. That was beautiful though.
Dylan's just dancing behind the camera.
It just makes sense to me. You know, like Yuhi's like shaping up. He's like maturing. He's like developing this like this planned like sort of strategic mind. Like he's the one. He's the force behind this almost rebellion against the Cardios project, and I think this is the culmination of that, both in the friendship between Yuhi and Udius, as well as we need to stop this from making everybody, cards.
Yep.
Boys, I'm very excited about Jump Festa now.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Me
Yes.
On topic, off topic question for you.
Okay.
Where is the country of Chad located?
Country of Chad is located in Africa.
Okay.
Nice,
You got it.
nice.
He got
You
the
got it.
continent at least. I didn't ask where in Africa.
No,
I'm just
that I
glad
wouldn't
you got
tell
that
you.
far.
Yeah.
I'm actually, believe it or not, it's shocking. I'm very, very good at countries, continents, all that stuff.
So you could pick
You
the
know your
country or the
geography.
continent, but you don't know where the continent is.
So some of them I do. Like, for instance, like South America, I feel pretty comfortable about. That's
So like, so that whole continent, you feel like you can nail the
Yes.
countries there.
Yes,
If
I
I give
do.
you a blank map, you had 20
Yeah.
minutes to write them
I think
all
there's
in.
13 in that.
You think you can?
Continent. Yeah. Because in my Brookdale
I might test that.
community
Oh, I
college,
remember this,
my,
yeah.
ge-
Might test that.
my world geography class, it was 100 countries all picked randomly by a computer, and I got a 98 on it.
You know,
Damn, I want to test that again.
Yeah,
Dylan
I
wouldn't-
really studied hard for it, so it stuck with me.
Dylan
Like
wouldn't have had
South,
to take that class if he didn't sleep through world geography in high school.
South America, I remember
True.
PEC because it's like bacon, egg, and cheese. So it's Peru, Ecuador, Colombia on the top left.
Pretty good way to
Venezuela's at the very top, and you remember that. And then
I don't know what that's.
Chile is that slice on the left.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
All
I
the way
mean
west.
the other ones, but that's how I always remembered
He
South
doesn't
America.
get
PEC.
Brazil, like the big one.
Brazil.
Well, no, I'm Brazil, Argentina. I mean,
Argentina.
But no, I'm pretty good at countries. But Chad, I'd love to go to Chad because it sounds like a cool. If it's like the dude, it sounds like a cool country.
I mean,
Name? Well, I don't know anything about it.
that region right now, not in the greatest.
Okay.
Yeah.
that whole section of Africa,
All right.
kind of about to combust into war.
Oh, okay. Then I
So,
guess I will not be visiting.
might be.
You might just hold off a little bit on your
Yeah,
visit.
we
to
could wait
Chad.
a few years.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
we'll clear it all up.
Is it closer to like South Africa or is it closer to the Middle East area?
It's kind of like central, isn't it?
It's
Not like
a-
central- like
it's
central
like
west?
it's like that central-ish west.
Yeah.
More towards like.
You're Ghana.
Ivory Coast.
Yeah, more in that area.
Okay.
It's still more into the central middle of it, but
Yeah.
it's in that area.
Cool, man. Cool.
We should do GeoGuessr. We could be like Rainbolt.
No, I
Though that a couple of those guys,
he's the main
I
one.
don't even
Rainbolt's the
understand
guy.
how it's possible. They could look at a sliver of a street
Grass.
and know exactly where that I think is insane.
Well, if you just do that 12 hours every single day, and that's all you
Still
do.
think it's incredible.
After like, oh no, it's amazing. But after a year, you'd be a master.
I don't know if I would be. I really
Well,
don't.
put
It
to
does
the
take a
test.
level of
You got
of
time, right?
skill.
Well, I think it's also more
guess
than
so.
visual. Like you have to learn what's native to where, and like there's a lot more.
What
that
type
goes
of
into it.
grass?
Yeah.
Well, also some of them do it by like the shadow of where the sun's located,
That's-
like
yeah.
in
I think
terms
it's
of
the
like north.
craziest thing in the
Yeah,
world.
it's
No, it is. It is.
you can tell the hemisphere by.
and also
which
I'm Team
side
Yugioh as
the
well.
So
sun
I'm
is and stuff.
I'm gonna make this announcement right now because
Do it.
last few weeks and really the entire time we've done this podcast, you guys have been insanely generous to me, and I'm always looking for ways to increase the quality of this podcast. So
yeah.
definitely starting. It's not a table. So definitely starting by the Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 production. I'm hoping by the turn of the new year, because of the generosity tonight, and again, what you guys have showed me, we are ditching these microphones,
Okay.
and we are upgrading to Shure microphones for every single person on this.
Oh,
So I'm buying 5 of it. It might not be the SM7B. They have another model.
Yeah. Right.
it's
like a podcasting. model?
yes.
Okay.
They're not cheap. You know
They're
that
not
they're
cheap
not
mics.
cheap
So
mics,
sure.
You
but
don't think we would have to get a at least different table to kind of fit all of that?
no, because it would
The
be
stands are
like
even
this.
smaller,
The stands
aren't
are
they?
even smaller
Yeah.
than this, yeah. And the quality is so
Yeah, it's
the quality is
unbelievable.
professional.
Yeah.
So the audio quality is going to sound very, very good. Better than it sounds now. Obviously, we have that big blue Yeti mic in the middle.
Yeah.
And that is, again, I like to keep you guys in the loop when
Wow, dude.
we make
That's
big
crazy.
decisions.
Damn, I was really hoping it was the table.
It's not the table, but it
I've
is.
looked into tables. There's
Because I think the table does the job right now.
It does.
But
Now when we 5 people is pushing it.
5
Like, when
people's
we're
tight.
packed in here. It would 5.
5
I
people
think
tight.
we're comfortable enough, though.
We can make it work.
Well, you say that because you're in that perfect seat on the end.
No, I sit with my
It is-
arm on Dylan's armchair
Yeah.
because
It
we're that
is-
close.
It's
bro.
tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. But
We're working.
end
on
of
Sit
the
it.
next to a
host room.
hulking of a man.
so mics are
He's a
mi-
broad guy.
mics are gonna get upgraded, and
That I can agree with.
that is that's basically the big announcement I wanted
Yeah.
to make.
Yeah,
And
I'll have,
I was-
Hell yeah.
yeah, so that'll be very exciting. And again, I want to thank all of you guys for the support, the flood of these just insanely large donations and super chats. I mean, they're not. It's not normal, and I never want anyone out there to think that it's normal. Like I'm insanely. I know it happens seemingly every week at this point, but I'm so appreciative of it because I know how much money that actually is, and how much money you guys are donating to me and to us and to this podcast, and like it means the world. So the audio quality, definitely by Yu-Gi-Oh! 9, hopefully by the end of this year, is going to get a major upgrade.
Heck
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, very
we
exciting.
get a couple more ideas. I think I have in there.
Yeah.
We can talk about it another time, but
Okay.
I have a couple more ideas that would be relatively inexpensive, but I think would enhance a lot of
Would
quality.
love to hear him. Yeah.
The coin.
Oh,
the
heads
coin
is
never picked.
UDS, tails is
Heads is Udius. Tails
I almost said bad guys. I'm so used to UDS, versus
is
the bad.
team you him.
Yeah, you him.
him.
All right, let me move that out of the way.
Tails, 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 tails.
What is it, Dill?
It's tails.
Oh,
You hate to see it.
Oh
The
no!
demise of everyone.
Coin picks.
everybody's
UDS.
That's it. We're canceled.
Coin
Have it.
picks.
The coin's
Udius.
stupid.
Well, this is actually Idiot Moment 87. Idiot Moment 88.
Now you guys
is
sound like
episode
Epoch.
78.
There it is.
Crazy. All right. I'll keep the poll. I'll keep the poll up for a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of her this weekend too, which is the sad thing.
LA Knight.
No, of Epoch.
Yeah.
Because of that sound. And we have the
Pew,
Rams
pew,
have a new
pew.
wide receiver called
Yeah.
Puka Nakuka.
Yeah.
And so every time I was like, God damn it. And I was like, that's
And that's
what I
another
thought
catch by Poo Poo Kapoo.
That's all I thought of.
That's crazy. Aura, thank you for the $2 donation. Wait, y'all gotta wish UDS a happy birthday. It was yesterday on the 12th, but happy birthday, UDS. All right.
Birthday,
Oh,
he's
what?
Now we gotta sing it real quick.
But 6,000, give or
3,
take.
2, 1. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy birthday, dear UDS. Happy birthday to you.
You can't throw me off my game.
I didn't.
You change
slowed
up the
down
pace. You tried. You
significantly
can't
and
throw
sped
me
back
up.
up.
You can't throw me off.
Happy
I knew you were
birthday,
gonna do
Udius.
UDS.
I can't wait for you to be silent, bro.
The last time
Well,
we did it.
I mean, hey, that's gotta be a tech.
No,
I mean, that's gotta be a tech.
he's keeping that microphone.
that was a Jimmy Fallon laugh if I've ever seen one.
You see that? He's apparently unhinged.
Is your suggestion to set this up like the Pat McAfee show where we're all in different areas and there's all hot cameras on us and
I mean, that'd be cool, but no.
I think that'd be very expensive.
I think
we get a bunch of those.
adding some version. One of my ideas is adding some version of a second camera or something, so
Yeah.
you could cut seamlessly to different angled shots.
And the Stream Deck will let me do that.
While
so.
we're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's not
like
just
And I
audio.
think just that makes it look so much more professional.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like that's compared to the mics, relatively inexpensive.
Like when
Yeah,
Dylan's
it is.
monologuing and it
Yeah.
just like it just has just him.
Yeah,
He's
no, I
just
agree.
going.
That's a good idea.
And then he's like, "Let's bring everybody else
It
in."
would
Pushes a
also
button.
allow us for small, like shallower angles, like this, where the cameras be able to be closer and we could just switch
Yep.
as needed.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. It's a good idea.
Remember when you had the cal cam back in the day?
The cow cam.
dude, I missed the cow cam.
Yeah, I remember
Then,
the cow
it's,
cam.
then the pumpkin streams it turned to the P cam.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember the P cam.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be good for the pumpkin stream. I might not be able to talk. I can still paint a
They can still
masterpiece.
paint. We could all make fun of
Oh,
you.
see, that's what I'm worried about now. Cause you're just gonna be cracking up as you're painting the
Yeah, you
worst
can't
thing
do that.
anybody's ever seen.
The one last year wasn't horrible, but the Sonic 2 years ago
Sonic
was.
was-
What was
Sanic.
last year's?
Last year, I tried to draw like the Millennium Eye.
No, I drew the Millennium Eye.
Yeah.
You drew Eggman.
I drew Eggman.
Oh, God.
And Eggman wasn't horrible. The Eggman logo. It wasn't terrible.
No, it got better.
It wasn't
It
as
got
bad
better.
as Sonic.
No,
No,
Sonic
was
was
bad.
travesty.
That-
If
Like
I
a
said it
Club
was a
Penguin
blue
puffle.
puffle from Club Penguin like he suggested,
amazing.
it actually might have won.
Maybe.
I don't think it would have.
You know, I feel like I got a lot of hate in the pumpkin stream for making a minion. I thought it looked like a minion, but apparently everyone hates minions.
I thought it looked great.
Hey, yeah,
right.
Now I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
speak
yeah,
to the
yeah.
love or hate of minions.
That's a minion, right?
it kind of sounded like this.
Wait, no, I'll do a minion impression. Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah,
At the end, you
I
have.
don't know about that.
yeah,
Why do we keep clowning on Donnie?
yeah.
I mean, like, the man was out there just trying to live his life.
Well, why was he doing that?
Because he was a wild boy. Okay, he wasn't in society, and they adopted him.
Yeah, but
I'm a wild boy.
Donnie.
Shout out MGK, wild boy.
All right.
no, get out of here.
What? That was a song.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, okay.
Nadine also hi.
Is
What's
it up
going
to
on?
me now?
Nadine?
Is that why
Nadine is here. What's going on,
Nadine?
We've tried to lessen the amount that we mention your hometown, so I think we have done pretty good.
we haven't
at all
mentioned
yet.
it.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it at all.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
because,
But
It is-
now that you mentioned
Well, I'm
it,
happy you did bring it up.
Because I saw she got attention of it in the Discord, and I was like, we don't have to say it's like The Witcher.
Take
Even though
the-
we
we know.
know.
Speaking of which, that is a game I plan on playing for the third time when I'm on the shelf.
Sick.
PS5, it got remastered for that gen, and
Is it really?
yeah,
I might actually pick it up. For
it's
the
the
first
complete
time.
edition. So I'm purchasing it, and I plan on playing
you
it in
should
full.
play Detroit Become Human on your own. too,
I
think.
might. I did watch Pete play it.
Right? That was a fun game, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch?
I watched.
He
Detroit
killed
Become Human.
everyone
Yes.
possible.
I did.
Everyone possible.
It was bad. Yeah,
Mr.
I mean, it was tough.
it was tough.
It was
Also,
tough.
Telltale, the new Telltale just released their first game since coming back.
It's an Expanse.
The
spin-off,
Expanse,
right?
yeah,
Which
the
is
Expanse.
Really
yeah.
interesting.
Oh, I didn't
sci-fi
know it
show.
had a source material.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a
Yeah, it's a show.
standalone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got good reviews, so I might play it. I like Telltale.
The show does too. I've always wanted to
I think
watch
all
it.
the Telltale
Yeah.
things have a source material.
Nah, you know what? You're probably right. Never thought of it. Oh, does
Yeah.
Minecraft story mode have a source material?
Piece
I
of
mean,
garbage.
that was probably by far their worst one.
Yeah, and that's
Well, you
and
were talking
that's-
really highly about it, I thought.
me. No,
I can't fault them for it though. I mean,
Lot of money.
Mojang backed the dump truck up of
Yep.
money. I would have made anything. I would have
would've-
made a cartoon of just them just hitting a cobblestone the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's it.
I remember the
Kids are
pig's
buying.
death was pretty emotional.
You know,
Shut the fuck up.
I do.
you mean Colin the pig
Yeah.
from Wolf Among Us?
No, well, did you ever read
I
Fables?
know what happened to him.
Oh,
Yeah, I know what happened.
In the game, when he got sent to the farm, he said, F you, Big B,
Listen.
but hey, Big B should have said, I'll see you in hell.
If it's say, hey, your cook bud, your Caliber's house on a Saturday afternoon. There's no bacon here.
That unreal.
All right,
Unreal.
read some sewage. I can't
There's
do
no
it.
bacon here.
Oh, we
can't
got
do it.
$5 donation from Ice Aiden.
Ice Aiden. Bam, 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 bam. Oh.
Nice.
Thank you, Ice.
Hello, Yugi Bros. I was more interested in the mystery of the episode over the actual duel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I fully agree with that.
The
The
duel
duel
was
was
good.
very quick. It wasn't really
The
long.
duel also added some mystery at the end as well.
Well,
so
when
I think-
Kuaidul took over, the
Yeah.
duel was needed for Kuaidul to take over and have that
Yeah.
fantastic
What an awesome
sequence.
moment.
Yeah, that was necessary. But
He's the greatest
Duel,
showman.
Duel's going to get, I think, a lot
He's
more
the greatest
focus
show.
in 76 and 77, but I think there will be a good amount of interference as well. And I don't know what to expect, but I'm really excited.
And I want to just say, because I know we've mentioned a little bit, I
Yeah.
bought some stock back in
little
Mr.
bit.
Phaser.
A little bit.
You know, like I want to give
Yeah.
him a little bit of his flowers, at least one tulip.
I'm
I wanna
not,
give him
I'm
something.
not. When you mention his name, I'm not sleeping anymore. I'm not going.
Right,
Yeah,
like
I'm awake.
you're mildly disinterested.
I'm
Yeah.
furrowing
right, like
my
you're
brow a
sitting,
little
you're
bit.
sitting there, maybe like you're gonna be after the surgery, just
Yeah, no, it's a good
Yeah,
point.
like you're there.
Like I ordered my boneless wings and I got it in front of me with some nice spicy ranch, and I'm looking at the TV and it's Phaser, and I'm like, do I start eating the wings while watching him, or do I change the channel because there's something better on? You know, because I want to eat
you're at that stage.
I'm at that
as
stage.
opposed to taking a heavy nap.
before. Yeah,
Yeah.
before the channel wasn't even turning on,
No.
so I've come a long way on him.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you would rather watch Caliber's volleyball team than watch that.
Oh yeah, that was
God.
streamed
Hey,
100%.
Hey, we almost won.
It
We played a
sounds
very
like
competitive
I
game
think-
yesterday.
Almost means what, Cal?
It means nothing except for with hand grenades and horseshoes.
But are you kidding me? Him, DJ Dredger, no shirts on, playing some
I don't think
beach
Dredger's
volleyball.
on their team.
He
no,
is.
yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, we
I thought
picked him
he
up.
had a separate team.
We did. We picked him up in free
Was
agency.
he still in the same league?
No,
Or
he was in a different league. This is an indoor league, so this is completely different.
But they play beach. They play shirtless.
How intense is he taking?
He's good. He's
I-
intense. Intensity level high.
I would imagine he would be pretty fantastic.
Me and Dredge lead the charge, I would say.
What do you mean by that? What happened to DJ?
No, DJ's honestly right there too.
Well, he's got to be
No,
careful.
DJ's got an ailment. He's got the knee.
Yeah.
He's got the knee.
No, he's
guys-
got to be careful.
You guys have been just
He's got the
pushing
knee.
that
Guys.
since college.
He's got the
Okay?
knee.
Let it go.
He still wears it.
yeah,
He's got the knee. College. He tore his ACL like 3 years ago.
no, it was college.
No, it
Oh,
wasn't.
no, it's college, I think.
No,
was
because it was
college.
volleyball, which they didn't start doing until way after
Did
college.
he tear it twice?
No, just once.
I'm almost positive he was doing intramural volleyball.
No,
in-
it wasn't
in
it wasn't
college.
intramural. It was just an indoor league on
All
a
right,
court.
We'll have to ask.
Ice Aiden, thank you so much.
I trust me. It was like 3 years ago, 4 years.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. We got $2 from Punch Kirby,
Thank you, Punch.
and he said, "Good
That's
luck on your
something.
surgery, Dill."
Thank you so much.
Crying at our quarterback.
I did not
Oh,
realize
Jets
Punch
fan.
Kirby was a Jet fan. Yeah, I was at the
Our
game,
condolences.
Kirby, and it was
Yes.
it was a roller coaster of emotions.
Absolutely.
I guess we'll see what happens next, right? Does he retire? Does he stay?
Mhm.
Is Zach Wilson any improved from last year?
Yeah.
You know, it stinks
Tough.
because it's not even like the injury happened week 5 and we got to see it.
Yeah.
Like if he
Never
never
know.
plays again, we'll never know what it would have looked like. And that's the part that's
can I ask you
hard for
something?
me to understand. It's cruel.
I just want to get like a brief range of your emotions when the injury happened, right? Like when you see him kind of slow to get up.
So he
Is
gets
there
up.
anything in your mind where you're like, oh, it's over?
Yeah, so he gets up
And then he sits,
and then he
back
sits down. As soon as he sat down,
your stones in your stomach.
Yeah.
everyone was standing. I collapsed in my chair, sitting down, put my hands over my head like this.
So like you had a feeling right there.
Yes, I put my
Now,
hand over
but
my
what
head
about
like
your dad?
this. My dad was still standing and
He was a
just
little
watching in
optimistic.
disbelief. He was more optimistic. I was like that for at least 5 minutes.
Okay, now
And then the
when you
second
see
we
the
see
cart-
the cart,
what are you thinking?
I mean, we were praying that it was like a broken ankle because that's like 6 to 8
Yeah,
weeks.
like 8 weeks. Yeah.
He'd come back mid-season, and then we're looking at Twitter, and all these
I figured you
doctors
were. I figured
are
you were.
like, Dean's texting us. My brother, who's also a huge Jets fan, he's
I
like,
was
they're
gonna,
saying.
but I didn't want. I
No,
figured
I'm
it might
happy
be
you didn't.
rubbing it in.
There
so I
were
didn't
about
say
7
nothing.
or 8 people that texted me, and I did not answer anyone until the
No,
end of the
I
game.
figured
I couldn't
I'll
answer
wait
anyone.
until the end of the night when you won.
Yeah.
If you lost, I wouldn't have texted you at all.
Which
and
I
probably would have
appreciate.
texted you the next day, meaning like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've never experienced such a range of emotion in a 3-hour period.
Yeah.
Because you're just devastated, and then they get the field goal at the start of the second half. Defense picks off Josh Allen, gets you hyped. Picks off Josh Allen again, gets you hyped.
That was Whitehead.
Whitehead
right?
3 picks, the
you
hat
see,
trick.
You see, he made $250K.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was his big incentive. 3
Yeah.
picks on the season,
Did in the first
$250K
game.
bonus did in
Thank
the
you,
first
Josh
game.
Allen.
Yeah. Well, Josh Allen, I mean,
well, that's a whole.
and then you get to yell at the Bills fans, which I've always wanted
there
to
a
do.
lot?
There were a good amount. Yeah, I guess they drove up from the hills, but
Yeah.
there were a lot. And when you think Buffalo Bills, what's the first thing you think of? The hills have
Yeah.
eyes, right? You ever seen the creatures?
No.
in
I've
Snow.
seen the hills have eyes.
You've seen the creatures?
Buffalo thing is-
Yeah.
I think of
we've been to Buffalo. We
Yeah.
did not see that.
I think of tables on fire and people jumping through them in the
I think
parking
of
lot.
snow near
That's fair.
Canada, super cold, crazy fans.
Yeah, I think of the hills have eyes.
Swerving on the
Quar-
highway.
quarterback regressing.
Yeah, massively.
Kind of
regressive.
think about those things.
Massively. But anyway, again, we could talk about the Jets and
Good
football
Lord.
for hours.
Hey,
really.
if you ever
Get
want
on
to
the
come on first
podcast.
and 10, welcome to join.
Yeah, I wanted to. Now I'll see what happens.
Oh, you were really pumped to come on? Oh, that would have been great.
I was. I
I'll
thought
come
the
on
Jets were
and
going to be
shit
really
talk the
good.
Giants with you.
Hey, man. Always
Is
down.
there?
You're
But
always
anyway, Punch Kirby, thank you so
Yes,
much for
thank
the
you, Punch.
super chat.
Pick Rick has been a member at Slifer Red for
Pick
17 months.
Rick. Thank you, Pick.
Pick said couldn't have picked a better thumbnail shot.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a dope shot, dude! You want to talk about making a bad character look like a freaking BAMF? For those of you that might be too young, BAMF stands for bad ass mother
Mofo.
effer.
Mofo.
It's after 11. We could say it.
Yeah, I mean that was a big word when we
Mofo.
were in high school. But like, I'll tell you something, man. That shot was great.
Yeah,
The
it was.
facial reveal. I mean, you
With
saw
the
me. I
light.
jump back
Yeah.
in my chair.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I felt it all the way up from my toes to my head. I felt something. I was like, oh God. Like I'm worried. I'm nervous now.
I'm worried after you said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
for
no,
sure.
for real.
Yeah.
Otis is like this now intimidating character because of the presentation. So, Pick Rick, fully agree
It
with
was
you
a
there,
glimpse
man.
into your future in the electric chair.
What'd you say?
Holy shit.
A glimpse into the future, your future in the electric.
You didn't have to repeat it.
I mean, That might be one of the most fucked up things you've ever said. Because to imply what he would have to do to get to that point is just that is your most unhinged take. I think.
All right, read the next.
I'm gonna keep going. Francis Lapointe donated $5.
Thank you, Ted.
Holy shit.
Everyone watch Gundam Iron Blooded
All right,
Orphans
good.
for Best
Best
Gundam
Gundam
ever.
ever.
Gundam
Gundam
Barbados
Barbados and love Best Girl
Atra.
Thank you.
It's been a
Throwback
Thank
of
you,
the
Ted.
century.
Shout out. We gotta always shout out Matt Kennedy,
I hope
Neo's
Matt Kennedy's
Gundam.
doing
Yeah.
well.
Maybe he'll
Church
come
of
by
Gundam.
Jump Festa.
Honestly, wouldn't be
Never know.
surprised.
Jump Festa does because
not be
there's
surprised.
people that haven't watched Rush Yu-Gi-Oh that are hoping for a Master Rule anime.
Who else has not been around that would be a shock comeback?
I mean, the biggest shock we've had in Go Rush era was Brian Ford.
That was
I'm
crazy.
super
That
grateful
was
he's
I mean,
back.
he came off the bench.
Look,
He was-
it's like
he
Seven's
was in
episode.
AAA ball.
Seven's
Right back
episode
up to
6
the
was the last time we had like seen him.
Crazy.
So Brian, shout out to him. He's great.
I mean, I assume Anonymous, but she pops. in
Anonymous
here
is
and
always.
again.
Oh, she's
I'm trying to
always
think
around.
who
What
was
about Bam?
there.
Oh, I got one. Chris Swan.
Wow.
Dude.
I'm singing you this
Dude,
song.
if Chris Swan return would fall out of my chest.
I'd be super hyped.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I would love it.
Bam, but Bam's around
Bam,
sometimes.
yeah, Bam would be going.
Yeah,
I know. I just haven't heard from him in a while.
it's fair.
He comes by every
He's a
now
huge
and then.
Giants fan.
Yeah, and I know he's doing like accounting now too.
He's probably in some solitary confinement given Sunday night. He's probably hurting.
I was hurting.
Yeah, he's hurt.
I was just sitting
I mean,
in the
you
rain.
you were hurting because the weather was atrocious, and then you had to watch that
Yeah.
against that team.
I don't know if it was rain or tears. It was all over my face. I was crying. It was sad.
They were probably going
I
crazy.
teared up at the end of the Jets game.
I teared up at the beginning of the Giants game.
I mean, your team had a real chance.
Right before the opening kickoff.
Classic.
Classic. Yeah. Just
I wasn't feeling any of that stuff.
It was a tough Sunday.
Just to reiterate.
Pete's round was upside down. Ours were firmly where they
You know, and the
didn't-
crazy
we
thing
didn't
is,
want
you
'em.
both were going into that day with extreme hope. I was going in with we're getting blown up by.
You were
4.
going in with the least amount of
then-
confidence I've ever seen.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Flipped on its head.
Anyway, we're gonna stop talking about the pitiful Giants. Crystal donated $2.
Thank you,
Crystal.
Crystal.
And Crystal said, "So, do you hate Yuhi now, given this development?"
Can't.
What?
No.
No.
Can't hate him.
I
Oh,
love
quite the
Yuhi.
No.
Yeah, I think
Can't.
we've all grown to love Yuhi. at
Yeah, I'm
this
curious
point.
what development Crystal meant. I feel like there was only a positive development.
Timothy?
Timothy.
I think Crystal's a big Yuhi fan, so
Oh, him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Himmy?
I've never hated Yuhi.
Well,
I felt
think maybe
indifferent
it's-
towards
yeah,
him, but I've
maybe
never
it's-
hated him.
Maybe she means like, so do you hate Yuhi now? Like, as in, like, do you still hate him?
Yeah, but I
Or,
never
or,
hated him.
or at least
I
still
see.
not
I
love
thought
him.
he was a very underdeveloped character that
yeah.
they weren't doing much with.
It felt like one step forward, one step
He
back.
was a very
Yeah.
one-trick pony.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of a question
now-
of do you
Emphasis
like
on
him
now,
more
yeah.
now because
Yeah, 100%.
he
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
you know, we were kind of like, Yuhi's kind of underdeveloped, kind of like, you know, a disappointment in terms of characters. Now I wouldn't say that.
Now he's
no,
him.
he feels well.
He's rising like a phoenix from the ashes right now.
Yeah, he's the leader of a rebellion.
He's
Almost.
gonna
Yeah.
find his Sandy by the end of the show.
Yeah. Crystal, thank you so much.
Danny Zuko.
Thank you, Crystal. We got $5 from Jack TCG VGC.
Thank you, Jack Knight.
Jack.
And Jack said, "Hi guys, currently enjoying Go Rush right now. Getting
nice.
ready for a regional this weekend at South Park, PA's Play Lab.
Oh,
Good luck.
Yes, good
interesting.
luck.
I don't
Good
know
luck, yeah.
where that is actually.
I thought South Park was in
I don't
Colorado.
know why my brain
South
first
Park.
went to when you said the regional part. I thought he was saying something about I'm in the midst of a regional dispute, and I was like,
Well,
I need elaboration. there.
yeah.
In the midst of a big regional dispute.
whoa.
And I was like, with your neighbor? I mean, what's going on?
Oh, that is far.
How
it's
far?
by- it's
That's
by the
like
bird.
south left of Pittsburgh.
Oh
Oh, so we're talking like 5-6 hours.
That's like 6 hours.
yeah, we're talking far.
I was like, because I drove to Ohio and it's like 8.5.
Yeah.
I
Most
was-
of that's just
and
Pennsylvania.
It's all the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I know Pennsylvania like decently well, like on the border of Jersey and even close to like Scranton, that area. I was like, I've never heard of South Park, but there's also like little towns that you
Yeah.
might have
Yeah,
never
that's
heard
So
of.
that's all within just a couple
That's
hours.
the
Yeah.
western area. Of
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
border.
yeah.
Of my company. We
Yeah.
don't even cover that area.
Yeah,
That's
no.
how far it is.
Yeah. It's far. Well, enjoy the journey, Jack, and I hope you have fun. And yeah, Go Rush has been great recently, man. I mean, I
It's been
think
cooking.
I think every episode from here on out is going to be really, really enjoyable.
yeah.
Like really enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree. We got two 50 Argentine pesos
Thank
donations
you.
from Loop.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you,
man.
Loop.
And Loop said, wishing you the best of luck with the surgery deal. Someone at Bridge 100% watches these streams and gave you a cool birthday
That's
gift.
what we've been saying.
I think they
He's
did.
right.
There's a lot, I still don't know. I'm like kind of 50-50 on it. There are a few people in chat that watch. I know there's a couple people here on this team that do believe somebody from Studio
Hey,
Bridge
it's-
watches the
Hi,
the
Studio
podcast.
Bridge.
There have, Mad
Doing
Gasser
great.
of Mattoon.
Come on, that alone.
That was
To me,
big.
to me, it is 100% confirmed if Spring Heel Jack shows up on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Episode
Because
91.
that's so out of the woodwork.
Episode
There's
91.
no way they planned that.
But even the Mad Gasser of Mattoon.
That was
but
weird.
that's what I'm saying. 100%
Yeah.
confirmed.
Dill, would it be a troll, or like an all-time troll job by them that like episode 92 Spring Heel Jack shows
Yeah.
up?
I mean-
so it's like, oh, he didn't show up in
that
91.
makes it even more obvious.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. I don't know, but even if it's all coincidences, that's what makes this podcast, that's what makes these predictions so fun.
Yep.
To get the Otis reveal on my birthday.
Yeah.
Like, if you told me that, like, back in Arc 2 when I was predicting Otis was going to be in the show and
Yep.
be the main villain potentially, and you said, oh, that's going to get revealed on your birthday, would have been like, what?
What?
I mean, that's crazy.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Is it all a crazy coincidence? I think probably.
That's something
But-
stupid I would have said. Like, oh, just wait for your birthday, Dill. He'll show up.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know,
look at
man.
that.
It's a
Blow out
lot
the
of weird
candles and
shit.
Make a wish. He'll show up.
That's why I think it's crazy that you won't even consider him as a Halloween costume. I mean, it's just you.
I might one day, but not this year.
Okay. Loop continued to say in the second donation, no matter how this ends, most ambitious Yu-Gi-Oh! Show duology ever.
Wow.
Waiting for Otis's true identity reveal. Nick Yagi with flashbacks of him in every scene.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what
Oh
I'm talking
God,
about.
Loop, I fully agree with you. This is the most ambitious Yu-Gi-Oh! Duology we've seen. The only one that's even comparable is DMGX, because that's the only one where we got those vibes from. But they played that very safe. You had some cameos, but the characters in that show didn't really have a big impact on the
Paradox
plot.
Brothers, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. The ceremonial duel was cool. Pegasus getting involved with Wisdom was cool, but like that was really it. This show, Yuga, Otis, I mean, they've been so directly
Timelines are all
involved.
messed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even comparable.
Yeah.
100%. So I agree with that.
We got $2 more from Legendary Duels.
Thank you,
And
JC.
JC said, I love Yuhi's growth, but he needs a major victory.
Yes.
Hey, that's fair.
That's fair.
I
And
don't
He's a big
I don't
supporter.
disagree with that.
We might be
That
getting it.
victory's coming in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I
He's
think
gonna
so.
cook in that one.
He's
Yeah.
literally
Can't
gonna
wait.
he's gonna end the Valkyrians.
And I like it too because
Forever.
I don't like
if,
how that's.
if you tell me
That's how it's
UDS
worded in the
beats
summary.
if you
No,
tell
their
me
origin story is what he ends.
if you tell me Yuhi beats Udius one-on-one, I don't know how I'd feel about that, to be honest. It would feel kind of weird. But Yuhi's beating Udius with the assistance of Phaser, with the assistance of Zuijo. That feels more realistic to me. And it still will feel like Yuhi was the one that put Udius away. So it'll feel like Yuhi won the
put him
duel.
down.
Yeah,
Down.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good, JC. I think it's coming.
Cannot wait.
Thank you, JC. We got a $10.01 Canadian donation from Pick Rick.
Thank you, Pick Rick.
And Pick Rick said, if you brought somebody who never watched Go Rush and they just watched these last 3 episodes, I'm sure they would have thought Chad he was the protagonist. It's kind of like another Luke situation.
Yes and no. I think last 3 episodes maybe. I think the only reason people said that about Luke was because he was winning a lot of duels. He was winning every duel. He was more involved for a longer period of time as the main character in season 2. All the Luke Man stuff. He ended up defeating Gohai Yuga. He was the one that had the close ties with Swirly, who was an important character. Like, I think there was a lot more with Luke than there has been with Yuhi when you compare them in the season 2s. But if you look in the small scope of the last 3 episodes, I can kind of see where you're coming from. But I think the reason we kind of said that about Luke, that he felt like he was the main character in the second season of Sevens, is just because of how much focus he was getting and how he was the one winning every single major duel.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He was.
yeah.
He was kind of taking over the
I mean, I don't know if you disagree with that.
I said it during sevens. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very different from this.
We got $7 in donations from Natalie.
Thank you, Natalie.
And this was during the poll. Natalie said the 1% is Otis. In
Ha!
terms of the 1%
I thought it was a bad episode. Natalie could be right.
She could be.
He could be watching, and that might be dangerous for us.
Not
Yes.
for me. It'd be dangerous for you.
Yeah, but yes, but also that means you're a bad person. So maybe that is how you get the electric chair. It all comes full circle.
No,
I mean, he's a psychopath.
We
So
don't
if you're
know.
aligning with him,
Well, then
We
we might
don't
have to
know.
give Nick
You're
his
being an
flowers for
apologist.
making that statement.
I'm not being.
You're being an
I'm not being an
apologist.
Otis apologist. We just don't know the why. Until we know
he
the why.
tried to murder children. That's all you need to know. Cal, you gonna back me up here?
I don't like being put in this position.
I mean, this guy can never get off the fence.
But-
We're talking about
but-
children dying,
but
and he can't pick a side.
but
Well, you don't know what he was
But-
actually going to do.
can I finish the but?
Sure.
Pete's right.
What he did in space
I think
was
that hesitation space cowgirl says
What
everything
he
about
did-
Calibro. I mean, that's crazy.
what he did in space.
I just wanna
And
build
this is great.
suspense, bro.
We're actually like everyone's watched the show. Space Cowgirl's not watched the show, so we're what side will she be on? That's the big question.
And I'm afraid of that.
Well, let me say this:
Her yeehawing out there.
when she not Space Cowgirl. When I was about to say when Space Cowgirl threw the meteor. When Otis threw the meteor at the Yugioh
I want that
spaceship.
meme.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he was intending to hit them.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think he
Are
was. I think. Hear me out.
Or please tell me you're still here.
I think.
I mean, this is crazy.
I think he was just trying to scare him a little bit. And
He's
it's
a
like
psycho.
It's like
Are you
when-
kidding?
It's like when you're a pitcher and you throw a fastball inside on a batter to get him off the plate. You know, getting their head a little bit. That's what I liken it to. Because we don't know the why. We don't know the why.
I mean, help me here, girl. Please.
I'm just gonna say
please.
I like the analogy you attempted to use there,
Thank you, man.
but no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Nick T might be on my side.
I am confirmed that Nixie's onto something. This is why you get the electric chair. This is why.
Okay.
He's fully just apologizing for everything Otis does, and he
No.
said he wouldn't
No.
be in trouble. I would if Otis was the 1% that voted in the poll. That he was here live right now, and he said when he threw the meteor at the kids at the end of sevens, he was just scaring them. He wasn't trying to murder them.
We don't know because
This is
we don't
how
know
he
the
gets
why.
The electric chair.
No, but we don't
Yeah, I
know.
know.
We don't know the why.
Listen, Johnny Cochran. It's we don't know why. Sure.
I don't even know who that is. I imagine it's some serial killer.
OJ's lawyer.
Lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to find any excuse. We don't know what happened.
The glove
Okay.
doesn't fit.
We've got to wait and see what he says in regards to that. Listen, we can't just go out.
Now that it is
You believe
confir-
in fair trial?
now that but now that it is confirmed,
Yes.
that he is the creator.
Yeah.
We know he's creating beings for his own amusement.
That I can't defend.
I mean, so you can't defend some parts of
Unless-
it and not all of it.
Unless it's for the betterment of the future. Because we don't know. Well, the truth is, the truth is we don't know why. We still don't know the why. Why did he make the Velgirians? Was it for his own enjoyment? If it was for his own enjoyment, I got no problem getting in front of this camera and saying, that's messed up.
This sounds like
you,
a Thanos.
You shouldn't be doing
bully
that.
speech
No,
right now.
you shouldn't be doing that if it's for personal enjoyment. But what if it's for, like, scientific research to cure some disease in the
You
future?
think for the greater good?
For the greater good?
No,
So
I'm
like
saying it's
this.
wrong.
No, we just don't know.
Have people gone.
That's all I'm saying. We don't know why, and we're gonna find it out, and that gets me excited.
We're
And-
just trying to get to the bottom of this.
Right? Exactly.
I'm
There's
gonna
so many analogies I can make
I-
here that I'm not going to.
I'm gonna steer
But
this
I
ship back
could.
on course. You know.
Yeah, please.
Just like my WWE
turn
entrance.
Your pirate ship back
Yeah.
into the cove.
Let's get back on the course here, steady ahoy. Natalie also said, I'm curious which Vrain's character do you guys think you would be? Also, Spring-Heeled Jack equals Mitsuko's new boyfriend. Make it happen.
We're waiting for it.
You're convincing these poor people. This is brainwashing.
She needs somebody.
For my
That was
reference,
him.
I would be Soul Burner.
You would be Soul Burner.
Revolver.
Pete would be Revolver.
I think I'd be Kusanagi, the skinny
Dylan would
guy
be Kusanagi.
who like doesn't really do anything,
Nick T would be
but is
Brave
also
Max.
supportive.
Are you? What is this?
I'm having the most fun of this episode.
What is going on here?
I was about to just ask Dill, would you actually get Emma in this timeline and just Nixie getting flamed?
I mean, your two comparisons have been Nanami's partner.
Yeah, and I die. Oh.
My stomach hurts.
and Brave
lightheaded.
Max.
I'm lightheaded.
I'm literally
That one I can't agree with.
I'm
Would've
literally
been
crying.
good if he was here,
I
but he's not
can't-
here, so
I
had
can't.
to-
I
had
can't
to
agree
throw
with
it.
that one. That one I
Thank
can't
you.
agree
Thank
with.
you.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Holy
I'm still Hibara.
That might be one of your best lines on this podcast.
He's Jin Kusanagi instead.
Dude, I end up a
Holy
total badass for a little
do.
bit.
You know what
You
was?
do.
But then I'm in therapy for like.
Now, if we went
a long
outside
time.
of raids,
Yeah, right.
If we went outside of raids and we went, all of Yu-Gi-Oh, who I think Nick T is, you know who it is.
I don't like this game.
It's Hayato's dad.
Oh my God. Who's Chumley's dad?
yes, that I'll take.
That one he'd embrace.
absolutely.
That I'll
He'd
take.
embrace.
I don't want to
Absolutely.
play the any Yu-Gi-Oh game because I know
I
where
drink
it's
and
gonna
yell
head
at
for
my
me,
kid.
so.
That sounds great.
Shit.
We got
Who- who would- who
we
would
got
you be
Akira's
then,
eyes
Nick
and
T?
sitting to my left.
Who would you be?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question.
That's
Go,
why
I don't want to be Go. I'm Go.
Well,
okay. I don't want to go.
In
Go's
another
gotta go.
time like Cal, you're Kaiba
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh
Kaiba?
God.
Yeah.
Does
I
that
could-
make Dylan Yugi?
You guys are eternal enemies for sure.
Nah, he's not innocent enough.
I'm probably like Joey Wheeler.
Is Joe? Oh, so then you're Yugi.
No, I don't fit that either. You're like Haka. That's you.
The Weevil? No, I'm more like Tristan. Like a clown character that
All
doesn't
right.
really do anything.
I'm
I'm like Haga. Give me a
I'm just
break.
the clown that doesn't.
No,
do
I mean that's
anything.
way better than
I could
Weevil
see you
Underwood.
throw an Exodia over the boat.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah,
I'd be too scared.
If it was
One
Calibers,
Well,
He's Kaiba.
in this situation though, you said maybe he was Yugi.
I don't know. Am I in high school?
Yeah.
Then I probably would. Yeah.
Yeah.
what over the driving to parties and making out thing?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're gonna keep.
Yeah, who's Mokuba?
Max has been a member for 7 months at Raw Yellow.
Thank you, Max.
Max said, "Happy birthday! Nice timing with Otis. Maybe they see the podcast. LOL. Good luck with the surgery. Also, notice you put Offline Blues OST in that video. LOL.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's the Vrain saxophone theme
Yeah,
because
of
it's
course.
somber but hopeful, you know.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Da-da-da,
Brings a tear to the eye.
da-da-da-da.
It does.
A
single
I think
tear.
that was not. Oh, I think that was Passionate Duelist. Natalie also had a $5 super chat. Sevens has the fine wine effect on me. I let it ferment, and it's actually good. Also, loving Yuhi. Can I retract what I said about Bridge previously? Absolutely. Listen,
Yeah, I mean-
I say a lot of things. This is something that I don't love about the internet, and this is something that I never try to be.
It's a time capsule.
I say it is. I say a lot of things. I have a lot of opinions, but opinions can change, and I think they should change with new information and new data. So my opinions on characters change all the time. My opinions on duels change all the time. My opinion on shows entirely change all the time. On second rewatches, on just getting time away so there's no recency bias, changes all the time. But I the people that there's people out there that they just don't
no, of
ever
course
change
not.
opinions
Dude,
on it.
I, to a smaller degree, when I sometimes randomly stumble upon and have the urge to go back to my old movie reviews, I mean, my opinions on those movies are vastly different,
Of
whether
course.
more negative or more positive.
Right, yeah.
Like just completely different.
Yeah.
Because you're watching something, whether these episodes or a movie or anything else, right after it happens.
Right.
So you don't have time to kind of just sit in it and really analyze it, watch it a few times. And I think that's why, sometimes you say some hot takes.
Yeah.
It happens.
And and I feel like taste isn't even linear in that way, where it's like, oh, I liked it, I didn't like it at one time, and then I ended up liking it. Like there could also be a time you don't like something again. Like
Correct.
taste just varies over time. It's
Yeah.
completely non-linear, and you can
100%.
always change your opinion.
So yeah, Natalie, you can, and this channel and this area, you can always change your opinions for good or for worse. We're never gonna hold your old opinions against you.
Absolutely. We got $10 from Shark Messiah 101.
Messiah, thank you,
cool.
Shark.
That's cool, man.
Appreciate it.
I probably sound like a broken record, but I still think Yuga is Otis, and this is a huge time paradox. It will happen, but regardless, I'm super excited for the future of this series and for Rush in DL.
You know what stinks? Russian Duel Links comes out 2 Thursdays from now. I'm going to do a big stream Friday night, and then that Tuesday I have to get surgery. So I really am only going to be able to stream
Your
Rush
last
Duel
hurrah.
Links once. Yeah, that is kind of like, I'm hoping that Friday night we're going to do Rush Duel Links.
24 hours.
Latrell might drive down for Saturday night. We might do a big after dark to
I would
to
love
kind of
That
The
Friday
send
night?
off, the final
I
send
would
off.
love
yeah,
that.
before I go to the Star Vessel, yeah. I would love that.
You gotta
too.
really stop.
I like it.
Also, Pete,
Madamo.
I think Rush on Duel Links would be a fun way for us to learn how to duel.
I
on
agree. I
Dylan's Twitch.
actually, what I was going to say is that I was just going to say Caliber should just pick up your streams, and I think it'd be hilarious to watch him just stumble through.
I'll do the Duel Links streams.
jump right through it.
I'll play.
Rush-wise, Rush is simpler than regular.
No, and it's like
magical.
it's basically like a new game, so you're starting from scratch. Yeah,
I think it'd be a lot of fun. He lives here.
it wouldn't be that much of a curve. I think. for you.
Let's say your female viewership would skyrocket.
Oh my
Let's say that.
god, yeah.
I think the
I'll
channel
have a
would.
little bit of eye
No, I
candy.
think the channel
Goes
would
a
go
long
from
way.
like 7% to 8%. I think it would be
I'd have
insane.
to start hitting the gym a little more again, though. You know, I'll wear like shorts. I'll do what
You
Dylan
look-
does and roll my sleeves up.
You looking good.
But with the tattoo showing, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you wear a tank top. We're pushing TOS.
Tank top
That's-
Tuesdays.
That's
Tank
the
top Tuesdays.
that's the big theory, right?
Hell, I'm
Yuga
watching.
is Otis. Otis is Yuga. That's
Who said it's in day one?
you said it since episode 1. I mean,
I think
of
the jury's
sevens.
still out. I think it's still.
Jury is still out. I'm not ready to just say that theory is
Not
ludicrous. I don't know if I am more on the side of believing it
what?
than not believing it, but I give it a fair shot.
I'm gonna
of
say
happening.
something here.
Say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by.
Say it! Say what you
want
want to say! What do you want to say? Where you been?
I somehow got that
Yeah.
a whole show ago. I will cosplay as Otis
Let's fucking go.
on this podcast.
Let's go.
And then, well, can that mean that Dylan has to cosplay as Nick Yagi?
No.
No.
that has
If
nothing
I-
to do
I
with
tried to-
I
tried to
no,
swing
no,
on
Dill, but I will add you to it.
Yeah.
If I cosplay as Otis, I want you to cosplay as a character you don't like from the Bridge era.
It doesn't have to be.
You
Nick
ha-
Cage.
I know who
listen,
you're going to say.
No, you get to pick.
Okay.
You get to but it's a character you do not like.
So I get there's like 4 choices.
I'm thinking Hunt, Chupataro.
I've always said I hate George Jersey.
No.
Okay,
no,
buddy.
Let's try, though.
Manya, you could go as Manya.
I was going to say
Bowling.
Manya's one, London's one,
Well,
You
did say
could pick
would be
one of
London.
those.
Chupataro. Oh.
I will let you pick one of those.
The thing about Chupataro is like I wouldn't be able to shower for like 5 days, right? Like if I really want to get in character.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
2
no,
weeks.
I don't think you have to go that far.
Yeah, we don't
Okay,
go that
okay.
far.
2
I
weeks.
actually we would prefer if you shower.
Yeah, I think Bree would very much prefer.
Sorry, Free, it's
Do you,
for the bit.
well, do you like Epoch? Because I have a real easy costume if you don't.
I like Epoch. I can't. It can't be a character. Okay,
I'll go
throw,
with
throw a
Epoch.
box on
we'll
top
see.
of
I do agree to those terms. I agree to those
okay.
terms.
All right, you heard it.
Thank you, Shark.
Thank you, Shark.
We got a $5 donation from Gravity Hero.
Thank you, Grav.
And Gravity Hero said, "Hey guys, if Spring Heel Jack doesn't appear in episode 91, that still could be a sign that the Studio Bridge watches the podcast
so, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, there are
because they wouldn't do it on purpose. You know, they'd be like, oh, we're not going to put it.
Well,
in
no,
91 'cause we're
I
talking
mean,
about it.
I don't think it wouldn't change anything whether he's in there or not. Spring Hill Jack 91, just the character jumping really high. That's all you need to do. Yeah,
The way you keep saying it is.
Because
well,
he's
just in
trying
case
he's trying to let them know.
I'm casting a wide net
Yeah.
well,
because
that's
I
exactly-
want to
Been there.
disquell
Never caught anything.
the notion that someone watches. I want to disquell it.
You don't like the idea.
No, I love the idea. I want to be proven wrong on this one.
Okay.
All right, I'll
Thank
take
you,
that.
Gravity Hero. I appreciate you.
We got $6 in donations from Francis Lapointe.
Oh shit! Thank you, 10th.
and
yeah.
10 said, "Does this count as my funeral tax?" JK.
In a way.
Then sent another 2 and said, "Love you guys for real." And then
too.
when we were talking about Matthew Kennedy before, he said, "I'm still friends with Matt. I'll see what I can do."
You get
Oh
a
yeah!
Matthew
Hey,
Kennedy
listen, Jump
appearance?
Fest is in 92. Tell him it right now,
Right
10th.
there.
92 days,
Screenshot
20
that.
hours, 33 minutes, 14, 13, 12 seconds.
11.
So you give him a ring
10.
and tell him. 10. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate you
Thank
being
you.
around here for so
and
long.
love you too, buddy.
And yeah,
Hope
man.
you're well.
Yeah, it's freaking great. Thank you so much, 10.
We got $5 from Into the Vrains.
Thank you, Natalie,
Into
for
the
another
Vrains.
super chat. You rock, Natalie.
Said, "Ask this in Dredge's stream, but which Star Wars character would you want to be? Also, hope you guys are doing well and wishing you all well."
Thank you, Natalie.
wish
Oh
I hope
God.
you're doing well.
Yes.
Also, wish you well.
You
I
too.
would be Yoda for the pure fact that when I got a concussion, I literally
Concussion
spoke
I might
like
have.
Yoda
Yeah.
and said, "A concussion I may have."
You're picking Palpatine.
I feel like I gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
always.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have an awesome duel in the middle of the Senate.
There,
chamber.
there was a scene in Rogue One where
I'm
they
Anakin.
walked past a guy who looked like he was a shopkeeper. That shopkeeper is the guy that I would be.
It's just.
I
Are you kidding
no, I'm
me?
not. I'll point out the scene if we get a chance.
It's because you don't want to be involved.
I
in
don't
the-
want to be involved. I just think that there's a lot of
Personally, you know who I would pick for you?
right.
Jar Jar Binks.
That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it makes so much
You
sense.
have a good character arc.
Well,
so
have you
much
heard the
sense.
Jar Jar Binks theory?
That he was Darth Vader.
But you know
No,
what's hilarious
not
too?
that he's Darth
no, that he
Vader.
was a Sith
Darth
Lord.
And he's
Plagueis.
actually
But-
yeah.
And that might have been an idea that they scrapped early on. There's a lot of theater reviews about it. But the best part is what we know is that you give me as Palpatine emergency power that causes me to take over the galaxy.
Let's go.
That's the best part.
So you mean
Let's
like as
go.
if like maybe he was giving someone partially the reins to a channel, and then you take over that channel.
Might be nothing like that.
It's a good question,
But weirdly,
Natalie.
we'd be teamed up in that scenario.
Kudo of Team FTR. Thank you for the $3 donation. Hello, Dylan. Kudo here. Just currently home right now, and I just came up with a weird thought. You ever wonder why they say ATM machine? To me, it's the same thing as calling it chai tea. Well,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
think about
redundant.
this later. Hope you're doing good. Did any of you guys get that?
I mean, I don't understand. Like, is there a joke in there that we're not picking?
I know
up
there's
on?
got to be it. I'm just
Well,
being
are they
stupid.
saying more like the ATM machine?
'Cause the
Is
M in
the
ATM
M in
is-
ATM is machine,
And chai is tea.
so chai is the type of
That's
tea.
what
So
he's
saying
saying.
chai tea is like saying
Oh,
that's
tea.
true,
The way people
yeah.
say it is all
Okay, got
redundant.
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
That's why I only call ATMs. I don't
Yeah.
add the
Oh, I always
because-
say ATM machines.
Yeah,
Oh, I just say
redundant.
ATM.
It's
Yeah.
repetitive.
Yeah.
You could say the AT machine.
You could say I don't like
That
that.
just feels weird.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm trying to make it weird.
You could just say the AT-ATs.
The AT machine.
Now
The-
he's
The
brain.
A-team. That's
That
what we
blew
are.
my mind,
I think
dude.
Dylan's brain's broken.
No, that blew my mind, man.
hmm
I'm actually nervous. now.
Dylan,
Wow.
get your sad tears ready. Gravity Hero donated $5 and said, "So according to what I heard, Aaron Rodgers doesn't plan on letting his torn Achilles tendon be the end of his career." Okay, so there's a little upside.
I heard the same thing
Little
today.
upside.
I'd be
Yeah,
I'd be
little
You see his Instagram post?
no, I didn't. When did he post it?
He put
This
a few
morning?
hours ago. He posted
Maybe?
like
Afternoon?
maybe 6-7 hours ago. Posted a whole nice thing. He basically implied that it's not the end. That he plans to come back. He's very proud of the team that they want to know. He of course said he appreciates everyone that reached out. It's of course very devastating, and he
I
said
feel
all that
horrible
stuff.
for him too.
Yeah.
You know,
And you know, he said he's going to take a time to kind of just wallow in it. Basically, is what he said and stuff like that. I mean, I would imagine it's got to be a massive gut punch.
no, it's for
So-
everyone. I feel horrible for him. I mean, the good thing is if he does decide to return, and
He
everyone's
seemed
been
to
saying this,
basically say that.
it'll be the honeymoon period for another year.
Yeah.
I mean, it really will be.
The thing is, though,
I know that'll
almost
be 40.
It's
I know.
Achilles-
Coming off of that
Achilles
injury.
is
Yeah.
what they say. It's a brutal rehab.
Yep.
You know, so
Yeah, I don't know. He could be 4 months into it and be like, I can't. I'm not going to keep.
He could.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure
so
could.
I don't know. But
Yep.
fingers crossed, prayers, and I got the cardboard cutout ready to put back on display when you come back.
do you hate?
He's just hiding right now.
Do you hate Leonard Floyd now, or like do you not blame anyone?
I don't blame anyone.
Blame
I don't
MetLife.
blame him.
Blame MetLife.
I still hate Josh Allen. If that's
Doesn't really.
and because of that, I hate Haley Steinfeld now. I got to get rid of the Funko
no.
Pops.
Is that-
I have
is that-
to.
is
I
that
have to.
confirmed?
Yes, it's definitely confirmed.
Yeah.
That they're dating.
It's like Kelsey and Swift right now. Is that confirmed?
Well, that's brand new.
Who?
Travis Kelsey and
Travis
Taylor
Kelce and
Swift.
Taylor Swift. Yeah,
really?
that's brand new.
So we'll see what
I don't,
happens.
know. I don't know about that one.
X Slayer has been a member at Raw Yellow for 28 months.
Thank you,
28
X.
months.
Sheesh.
This guy's still here.
X said, "So are you ready to play a deck that is too big brain for you, according by me, named Purely, aka Yu-Gi-Oh equivalent of Eevee?"
We're gonna play some purely. We're gonna take some names. We're gonna kick some ass, and we're gonna have a grand old time in Master Duel. Purely, man, let's get it. I don't know anything about the deck. I just heard that it's a pretty easy deck to
Purell?
play.
Like that's what the deck's about.
No, it's all different, like Eevee looking monsters.
Oh, really?
Purely, yeah. I've not heard it. It's not an easy deck to play, but I
Oh,
have to
that's
try
new.
to
You
prove
should avoid it.
that I'm capable of playing a big brain deck.
Don't you think you should get better at maybe the easier decks before you move on?
I don't think there's any hope for me to get better.
I don't know if that logic is sound, but all right.
I'm just throwing myself in. Aura, thank you for the $2 donation. If Trella's coming over on Friday, what if I did the same so I don't have to take extra vacation days for finals podcast? So I know for a fact Latrell would not be coming on Friday. He would be coming on like Saturday afternoon if he was going to come for the After Dark thing. Friday night I'm doing the obviously that big Rush Duel dueling
wants to be here
stream.
for the After Dark?
Yeah, I guess instead of the Crazy 8's.
That'd be
Finale.
fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if you
Absolutely.
want to come Friday or early Saturday and then stay, that probably works. Sunday night, I'm going to that Jets game, Jets Chiefs. So like, I gotta
Well, I just
leave.
why, dude.
Well, it's too late now. I bought the tickets.
You could definitely sell them.
Dude, first
What
of all,
night is that? That's
first
the.
of all,
October 1st.
you guys are going to be undefeated going into that game. You should
Stop.
just be happy about it.
We might be 2-1. That's best case scenario.
I mean, he's a very handsome guy.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I
could
saw
see
the
it.
best tweet today. Where it's like when they break up, because they're already anticipating that she's gonna talk about a whole bunch of football terminology for lyrics of just roasting him.
Oh, yeah.
Thought that was funny.
About how he
Chicken.
fumbled the bag and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
he can't get in a Y split. Oh man.
That is
But
good.
yeah, I mean, let me know, Aura. I'm down for anything.
Natalie donated $5 and said, Reigns is still my favorite as I will be covering it, but Sevens is really good so far. Can't wait for the Go Rush dub. I fan cast Daniel J. Edwards as Yuhi.
So I'm friends with Daniel J.
Love Daniel
Edwards.
J. Edwards.
Obviously, he's done some amazing work for this
I can
franchise.
see it.
I know he would, and again, I don't have any confirmation on anything. I don't want people to think that I do. I know that he would love to play a good character and like a major character.
He would be a fantastic Yugi.
He's incredible.
See,
And I feel like he's got the energy for
He can
it.
do
I think
Yep.
he'd be a better UDS because he's got a deeper voice. I don't know if he would be a very believable Yuhi.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
He
Yuhi's
doesn't
like
have
a
the
younger
childlike-
I wasn't
kid.
even considering the voice kind of like
Yeah.
you know, high.
I
Yeah.
think he'd be fantastic as UDS.
Yeah, I mean that also would be a good choice too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
I'm trying to think where I put Barrett Letty in the show.
well, he can just be Manabu.
Yeah, I
We'll give him more too.
Yeah, I guess.
He needs just more than just Monaco.
Well,
He deserves
there's
it.
probably a lot of background characters he could play.
Yeah, I mean,
but-
Manabu's a pretty major character.
Yeah.
No, he is. He's
He
got
is.
outside of your main three, the Twins and UDS. He
That's true.
might have the most duels in the
I
show.
think he's just been on the back burner lately. I think that's it's
Well, yeah, I
recency
mean, he's an
bias.
idiot, but
Yeah. But he's been getting flamed for no reason.
he's the
Yeah.
clown.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Justice for
Ridiculous.
Manabu is what I say.
Yeah, I guess I could see him
Let
as
it
the
go.
UDS. That would
Yeah.
that would be really good.
Yeah, that could definitely work.
Mm-hmm.
Or, thank you.
Thank
Natalie.
you, Natalie. We got $5.01 Canadian from Pick Rick.
Pick the Rick.
And Rick said, we are just 2 weeks away from Sevens World and Rush Duels in Duel Links and looking forward to all the fun dialogue and cool new summoning animations.
It's going to be great, man.
Woo!
I'm very excited for Rush Duels to drop in Duel Links. Comes out on a Thursday, September 28th. I'm going to let you guys kind of play it, experience it for the first time. I'm going to do my stream on the 29th, so hopefully some of you guys will be joining me as I experience it for the first time. It's going to be great, man. It's going to be fun, and I cannot wait. It's going to be very exciting.
Send off stream.
Yep. Goodbye. It's going to be good. Yeah, listen. Let me tell you, 3 hours almost. Jeez.
Yeah.
Was a
Talk to him.
crazy episode. A lot of insane donations and super chats. A lot of laughs. A lot of tears, man.
lot of
Still a
laughs.
lot of good ones. man.
Great
A lot of
episode.
tears from laughs.
Yes, oh, absolutely. Great freaking time, as it always is. These three to my left, well, Dredger streams on Twitch, Dredgenator, it's linked down
Streamed
below
earlier
Yeah,
today.
He's been doing great.
He's been doing a great job.
very consistently. These three to my left, Cal, Nick T, Pete, they are wonderful.
Go into Judge's streams. Ask him about the Big Kahuna.
Ask me about the Big Kahuna. Please give them a follow. All their stuff is going to be linked down below. My mod Dak, my friend Dak, he's going to be spamming some links as well. I'm going to let them promote their stuff.
Sure.
As always, guys, thank you all so much for being here. To everybody that had those massive donations, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. We are going to be getting new mics here soon because of your generosity, because of your support. The audio quality is just going to go up. You guys freaking rock, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Dill. So yeah, I stream over on twitch.tv/CalBreezy. That's CalBreeZzy. I probably haven't streamed there now in probably
Years.
at least 2 months.
Yeah, I think
2+ months. I'm trying to get back onto it soon, but we'll see how everything goes and which days I can do it. Also, I will be putting ahead of that first. If Dylan wants me to stream on his channel on days that I'm available, I'll be doing that. So maybe you might see me doing like Rush Duel Links or something and trying to figure the game out with you guys. I'm sure it'll be comedy for you.
That would be great.
So
Damn,
that could be a good time too. So then definitely keep a lookout for that, and then just give me a follow on my channel as well. Thanks.
In the bowl.
Yeah, in the poll, bro. I'm in a similar boat there as to Mr. Calibro. I haven't streamed in like a while now,
Probably 6
but
years.
I did stream on Twitch, and you know what? I'm getting
Hey,
that Twitch again, so maybe in the near future we'll be
everybody!
returning. But
Yeah.
if you follow those links, you could follow me at twitch.tv/NickFightsMoms. I've done a whole lot of variety streaming, Minecraft, Ape Escape, Fire Emblem, Pokemon Pinball, you name it. But as well as some music streams where I perform a bunch of covers from songs that I like, as well as my own original music. And if you're into that original music, you can follow me on all streaming platforms, wherever you consume your music, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, whatever. Under Nameling, and I have a couple new singles that came out over the course of the summer. I've got an album coming out in November, probably, and I just recorded a new song that might come out at the beginning of next year.
Oh,
so
yeah.
keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled. Follow the links. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Nameling NJ for some news.
Any updates on album release? Still aiming for
Still
early
aiming for
November or
early
still?
November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Let's
of
go.
course.
Yeah, Pete, do a YouTube channel, Clueless Gamers. Do a whole bunch of stuff over there. Obviously, just like the two gentlemen before me, it's been pretty quiet for the most part. But what will be consistent is I do an NFL football podcast over there called First and 10 with my friend Brian.
Oh yeah.
First episode dropped last week. That was our locked in cement. We're stuck to those predictions for divisions, playoff, Super Bowl, all that stuff. We'll be back. You'll probably see the second episode this weekend. It'll pop up somewhere before the Sunday game, so you can stay tuned to check that out. And, yeah, follow me on Twitter, PeteForCarroll21.
Follow Pete, Clueless Gamers. Follow Nick T, Nick Fights Moms, Twitch, Nameling, NJ, Artistry, and follow Cal Breezy on Twitch. Thank you guys all, and follow Dredger on Twitch. Thank you guys all so much. Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Nick T. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
And thank you all for being here. This was probably the longest non-arc finale episode in the history of this
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
We were cooking.
2 hours, 50 minutes we just
Let 'em
hit.
cook.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I tell you, Dredge wouldn't have made it.
If Dredge was here, it would have been over 3 hours.
He would have been-
I mean, that's
he'd been
crazy.
napping.
I mean, just nuts. Thank you all so much for watching. I will talk to you next time, and I hope you have an amazing
Amazing
day.
day.
Take care, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good.